Da-da-da-da-da.
Do.
Here we go. So what happened last session?
I think James wants to field this one.
No, it's Markeng's job forever.
Yeah.
We already agreed on that.
No, we didn't, but I'll do it. Last session was a 3-week downtime period where the player characters got some of their side projects and interests accomplished, worked on. Gepark created 2 pieces of innovative technology with the help of 2 of his guildsmen, of his union, perhaps?
Federation.
Right?
Trade
He
Federation.
invited 2 journeyman craftsmen to work with him on that. Kaliki went out south and enriched the plant growth of the farms. Then he came back and built a palisade wall, and then he left to invest the rest of his time. Oh yeah, he came back during the 2-day unveiling festival of Empress Octavia, the heir to the imperial dynasty. So 2-day festival was had, and everyone had some everyone let loose. Then the rest of the time was had. The palisade wall was built. You guys built some houses. You sent your Federation members to go study in the Fireworks Guild.
Yes.
The
hand thing.
You invested money into improving the mine, and you found a vein of ore. Gepark found a vein of ore, gold ore, and Aklo commissioned a home to be built, and was attacked by his nemesis.
The most persistent character Markeng has ever made.
And at the end of these 3 weeks, you mounted your horses and bore.
We also met a new character.
Oh yeah, but man.
We met the Emerald Boy.
It's Kater!
Oh yeah.
That's right, it is.
Met had the introduction of
That's
Kater
probably like the
Atreides,
biggest part.
where he revealed his hunt for Erduth and why, and you learned a little more about Erduth and his backstory and his motivations. Yeah.
I got a question.
Yo.
How long has it been since we dropped those people off at Zleen? Aren't they done and coming back yet?
At Zleen?
Yeah. Or no, Salazar.
No, they're not done.
When are they going to be done?
They're never gonna. You have to pay that for like 5 years.
What? I thought it was like 3 months.
Building a city.
Well, time to start a revolution.
And it's gonna go up in price over time.
Don't want us making too much money.
No, it'll cap out, but that was part of the original. They said 400 to start.
I thought it was 600. Whatever. I ain't gonna.
We'll take the discount.
It was.
Thank you
400,
for your generosity.
And it's gone up to 600.
It's okay. When it comes to it, we'll renegotiate. That's what like any other things like this. We'll like next year we'll meet. We'll renegotiate next year, and
after
then
we make C4 into all their walls.
And then we'll get some stuff out of it. They'll get some stuff out of it, and then it becomes an actual relationship.
Right, after we have to start paying 600 a month to fucking Urkery to rebuild.
Yeah. No, they can fucking take care of themselves.
So it'll take.
That when we're done.
10,
That's why I wanted to like avoid breaking down the walls with siege weapons as much as possible.
It'll take 11 days to march to Urcury. 12.
Have we sent in like spies and stuff to like? open
Yeah,
the
we
gates?
have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Aklo's on it.
You have. Or no, yeah, Aklo has,
I haven't
yes.
done shit.
Updating the time.
Can you hear my tapping away on my keyboard?
Yeah,
I
stop it.
believe it.
Stop it.
All right. All right.
Yeah, we hear you clicking. I know you're surfing porn or whatever, but
So
I can confirm he is
When I
watching.
stop
Mr. Porn.
typing is when you should be worried.
That's when the zipping starts.
It's okay. I'm wearing sweatpants.
uh 4 days, 5 days into the march,
yeah.
you guys get about here, and you're at the head.
How many men?
How many men? You have you've brought all the units that I listed in the new
Okay.
event.
Sorry.
And we have Outriders, my scout guy.
I took everybody.
Well, we would have like whoever that's like watching the castle, but we're gonna have to commit quite a bit.
We took Cather, right?
No.
First and second legion, third legion, and the engineer.
Why didn't we
both?
take Cather?
Because he's not part of the army anymore.
He's
And the mage corps.
he's like a priest, man. Like, what's he gonna
I didn't
do?
know this was like. I thought we could just force him.
What? Are we in one of those? Is that the kind of?
I'm a democratic capitalist. Let's
You
force this
better
man
go
into the
fight.
army.
This
I
like
have
old man.
enemies.
This like
He has been labeled as a troublemaker and therefore must serve.
Well, no, in
yeah. You know what we
reality-
do with
Person of interest.
troublemakers around here.
we can levy anybody we want, right?
Is
Uh,
Jebdo
It's not
here?
conscript, it's levying.
You, I guess.
That's the same thing.
Jeb-
With
Jebdo
what, like,
is
with what
not with
authority?
you.
Like,
With the authority of the blade.
Oh, sorry. Before we left, can I say that I got bolts and arrows still?
Yeah, you can. No problem.
Like we bring bolts and arrows with us.
So
yeah,
Well-
and we got Outriders, right? Scouting ahead.
yeah, one of them comes back and says that a enemy scout has seen the approaching column, and
Yeah, that's
they're
expected. Yeah.
like riding north to Urcury.
An enemy column riding north.
A enemy
Urcury.
scout has seen your column and is riding north to Urcury.
Okay. Well,
Did we get him?
No.
Damn him.
it's like
We probably
all
should've planned
field.
for
It's really hard to avoid not being seen, right?
Yeah, it's
So-
a fucking army.
yeah. But
Should've marked at night.
basically, yeah. You know what? Maybe they'll come out for a pitch battle if they think they can take us.
So before we get any farther, was there at any point in time somebody in the vault without Gap Bark?
No.
How dare you if you ever
I'm
did?
pretty sure Gabbark's the only one that can get into the
Yeah.
vault.
How does
Yeah,
he get in?
Magic
This is-
Dwarven Ruins, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
Does-
know. I'm not the dwarf.
I
I don't ask.
Like
You
Gap
just
Bark-
said that's the case, so
It's like not locked and he just told
Just took
everybody.
him at
"Magic
face value."
Dwarven Ruins."
How does it open?
Just
in
a
Gap
door.
Bark?
It's like
is
a
it
rickety
just a
door.
lock? Like,
Like
What is
the
it?
How did-
shack door.
How
like
did
if
the
you
one-
died, who can open it?
Nobody. How did the one in
no, what?
How did the one in fucking Zleen open? Remember that one?
it was like a puzzle. It was like a lock mechanism, wasn't it?
Yes. It was a puzzle lock mechanism.
Well,
Aren't all
mine's
locks
keyed
really
entry.
Exactly.
puzzles?
Keyed
Mine's a
entry.
big,
Puzzle.
yeah, mine's a big vault door with a key, and I destroy the key every time I'm done in there, and I remake it every time I need to go in there.
Nice.
What what is exactly in the vault?
A bunch
There's
of
a full
loaded
plate.
guns aimed at the doors.
No.
All right. Okay.
Just
Okay. So this
above
is what's in the
war pipe.
vault.
It's
Okay.
all the shit.
We
Yeah,
did
all the
access
shit-
it once, so we can put the gold in there
and
at
the,
some point.
The
There's a
hand.
hand.
The hand. is
Okay.
in
So yeah, there's the hand. There's
Yep.
a full plate. There's a loot pick and
Yep.
1,000 gold. So
That's
that's what's
it?
in there.
The
Okay.
hand
that's
in
it.
a jar in a chest
Yep.
Is it the plate mail
with a
still in
big
there?
stone
Yeah.
on
Yeah, the
top.
plate mail's still in there. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that
It's
hand's
all
not
rigged
in
You
to
there.
guys have
blow.
put you guys have put on your
'Cause
your
fuck that
plate,
plate
your
mail,
full
man.
plate, right? Correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
like new uniforms, right?
Our bug mail.
Not the entire Legion, but the
But
first
us.
Legion and you guys, yes. What were the colors?
It's
You
like
cut
a
off.
silver dragon on a purple field, I think.
Dragon? I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the moon is in the background, I think.
Silver dragon on a purple field. Okay, so you guys continue marching north for 7 more days, and you come to the hills that surround Mercury. So you can deploy your troops however you want.
That's beautiful. Did you make that?
I generated it.
It's cool.
Hado, your most forward scout, comes back, Keegan,
Yeah.
and he says that, not in there, guys.
The black? I can't see anything in there.
Yeah.
Why'd you put the guys in there?
So he says that they have sunken ships in their
Yeah.
harbor to create a barrier, but
Okay.
there is a fishing boat travel that is guarded by their 2 primary warships.
Yep.
And that the walls are heavily guarded by a large amount of crossbowmen.
So their boats are just sitting in the harbor? We got trebuchets, right?
Did we not discuss last
We
session
just fucking sink their ships.
that Jimbo was gonna find a way for us to enter the city?
He says,
Yeah. That was the point of him going there, right? So he can.
Yeah.
There's a
unlock the
sewer
doors
grate
for us. Yeah.
that drains out into the lake.
All right. I guess
So-
we're gonna do a commando raid at night and go in there
Yeah,
and try to find a way
maybe.
to open the doors. I mean, that's what my suggestion is for us.
I agree.
We gotta surround the city first, right? Make a ring? Siege
What?
ring?
No,
ring.
that,
We don't
no,
have enough forces to
yeah, we don't have
surround the
enough.
city.
So what we do is we just cover the gate.
There's like 5 gates.
That's fine. We just cover the main one. The thing is, we just need to watch them when they sally out. That's what we need to watch out for
Oh,
to
they're
try to
not
break the
saying.
siege.
this is the
Well,
main
it depends
gate.
on what they think. If they think they can take us, then they'll.
And we don't want to damage the city.
I mean, you
That's
know, we'll
unavoidable.
do what we can, but you know,
Do
but we're
we
not gonna
need-
like destroy shit for the hell of it, which is what you guys like doing.
Like burning down all the outside buildings. That would be bad.
Yeah, yeah.
So
things
where
like
do you
that.
guys want to set up?
I mean, how close does Ecury's forces allow us to get before
Oh
you know
yeah.
they're out on the front lawn with fucking?
We're-
You get
we're at the
shot
edge of no man's land.
about.
Are they
right
gonna
here.
sally out to fight us? Or are they
Well-
gonna hold up in the city?
We'll need a spy inside to tell us that kind of information.
Well, when we approach the city, do
like-
they sally out?
No, but when you approach the city, if you get within 300 meters, you get shot at.
Okay,
Okay.
so that already tells us that they don't have enough forces to fight us
Yeah.
if we do break in. Because if they could, they would have fought us on the open field.
Mhm.
So there's that. And them not sallying out, even with the walls behind them, means that they we probably outnumber them more than 2-1.
What's the
Still not
estimate
good
on
for
how
a
many
frontal
days
assault.
this will work turn out to be?
Say again?
Should we
What's
set our
the estimate?
demands?
What's the estimate of how many
We
days?
should send
this
demands.
will
It's a
turn out to
really
be?
good idea. Yes.
Yeah, send
Like-
demands.
Say that
What are
again,
we gonna do?
Gepper.
What's the estimate of how many days we're gonna invest in sieging this place before it falls?
Till they surrender.
That's not a fucking number.
He says that they'll probably it looks like they have a firm supply of food And
No, 2 siege worth.
Jimbo's intelligence. Oop, hold on. 1 second.
Mercury is pro New Empire.
No,
They'd be on our team.
They just
They
came out
want
of
their
the
own thing.
there's fresh water inside.
they just came out of the siege too, so their food supplies must be low as well.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think it's worth like trying to have a conversation with these people, especially if they're against the New Empire.
Yeah, yeah.
To
We're the New Empire, aren't we?
Yeah.
well, we're the new Empire. We're the newest.
We're the
Yeah,
alternative.
How
Empire.
did you like? How are you gonna give? Are you just gonna go through the pipes? Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
we
gotta-
we can give our demands first, so it looks just and
Okay.
right.
So where do you guys set up?
How many units does each one of these things represent?
So all 3 trebuchets are 1 unit.
Okay.
Zupka and Wergigar are the 1st and 2nd legions.
Okay.
I just
They're the elite,
realized
right?
Are they like
before
the
we
shock troops?
Skatok is the 3rd legion. He commands the majority of the archers. You have no cavalry. All of your cavalry,
We have
like
no cavalry.
no, they died. All the horses and pack animals of the Imperial legions died when they were on the forced march to Salazar.
Oh man, we get slaughtered if we got no cavalry.
what is like actual like correspondence with the leaders of Mercury before we marched? I don't remember this conversation.
You guys basically have been doing like testing incursion raids against each other.
Yeah.
Mercury at one point tried to take the town of Barvul, which is close to New Avent, but Wergigar pushed them back, and you've kind of held them about 300 kilometers away from New Avent from that period on. They, because your soldiers were still wearing the Imperial kind of uniform, Mercury, and Mercury most likely has spies within New Avent, right? Who heard the rumors, right, of Octavia, but until the unveiling, well, it would have been 28 days ago. There was no confirmation on the status of like the new empire, but
And what about like Keegan's family? Like, are they gonna assist us in this or?
They already got their hands full up north,
Okay.
but we need to break through to relieve them.
But they're more or
Yes,
less.
because I assume that Mercury is also pressuring northward.
no.
You feel wrong, young lizard.
They
Like
have
how-
been harassing,
Okay.
but
How detailed can we get with this? Can we divide these legions up into like brigades and divisions, or should we just keep it simple?
this is as detailed as it gets.
As we want to get? Alright, that's cool.
But we can separate the siege engines because they're in 3s.
No, that counts as 1. I just wanted a.
We have 1 trebuchet, no cavalry.
It's
These
what are
like
even
doing
units.
siege in the city?
These are units.
We're just trying to break in.
And no, we guys got sick.
You guys were the one who wanted to go on this fucking war.
No, it's fine. It's fine. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get the front entrance. We're gonna like watch the entrances to make sure that if they sally out to destroy the siege engines, we can like counter them. So we want to keep the siege engines encircled, right?
I mean, we could more or less starve them out. too.
And we have like our reserve battalion or reserve legion on the back. And let's send them for negotiations. Yeah.
Do we have a
Who's-
gem typer with us?
No.
I don't think they're very mobile.
We
Why
can
don't
just
you
run up.
send-
You
we
can
just go
set
up there
up
with
like a mobile gem typer, but
Why don't
you
we just send a rider?
Let's just
Yeah,
send the
send the rider
generals
out.
up and
so you send one of the
Who wants to go?
you like one of you want to
You
go?
don't send anybody important.
No, it's fine. I can go. I can fucking go.
I'll
go
join
with
you.
All right, I'm gonna stay with the troops, even though I'm not really a general.
Okay.
I'll go
First
as well,
and
I
second
guess.
legion. Archery legion.
Yeah.
Magical corps. Mixed medium infantry.
Okay, yeah.
These guys are Blackfish and Samuel Jackson. This is Milton Edison and his mage corps, and then
Yeah.
the engines of Quoth.
So
This
the
represents
mixed
you.
so the mixed infantry are like skirmishers, right? So we should actually have them at the front. But I can't move them.
Thank you.
Hey, get the hell out of here, you weird
Yeah.
perv.
So
His name wasn't the Blackfish, it was just Blackfish.
Yes.
What kind of a name is that?
He's an orc.
Doesn't he wonder where Urduth is?
He's wondering about. He asked about it, but you guys are marching to war, so he's more focused on that.
all right, so I think I'll just go up there and I'll be like, stand down, and no one has to suffer.
Okay, so a man comes out, and
Yeah.
he introduces himself as Rawlus Athak, King Athak's younger brother, and repeat your demand. Stand down, and no one else, and no one has to get
I am
hurt.
Keegan.
Hello, Keegan.
Surrender the city.
Hello. Stand down, surrender, and your people will be safe. But if you refuse, the new empire will destroy you and your family.
The new empire would destroy me and my family anyways. It is the way of the empire to remove the top administration and replace them with someone
No,
else.
no, that's the old empire. You're thinking of the old empire or the new empire. You got it backwards.
So what would we
No.
get for standing down?
You would have your seat in the city council. You will retain your aristocracy and nobility.
And what would we have to give to you?
You would have to join us. Your army will march with us. And we will have mutually beneficial agreements with trade and assets.
And you get to have these cool uniforms.
yeah, and you get to have these cool uniforms.
Roll persuasion.
Ah, shit. All right.
I think he's one of the better ones to do this.
I'm gonna start chanting also behind for.
Oh
every
yeah, you're right
future-
there, right? You're gonna give me a bonus?
No, I can't for that one.
what's your persuasion, James?
Every future one.
I'm untrained, but I have +3.
Yeah.
I will help him.
No, my persuasion's
How do you
Patting him on the
How-
back,
how do you help him?
rub
Callie.
his back.
By reassuring and not like meteorating, but like kind of just documenting, so that way like everything that he's saying is being like absolutely recorded. so that there's no like, oh, well, you're just saying that. It's like, no, I'm writing this down. We're actually like, we're gonna write up some documentation, make this all seem super official.
Okay, sure. He's impressed by the bureaucracy.
Oh, that's what gets him on. Okay, 22, 11.
Okay. He says that he himself has no power, but he believes the sincerity of your words, and he fears. He like looks at your army. He's like, and I do not want to see your intention come to fruition. So I will talk to my brother, and hopefully arrange a meeting. And then he says that he will return on the morrow.
All right, I just write back.
On the morrow.
That's cool. We just arrived here, so that gives us time to like set up tents and like all that shit.
Huge bonfires.
Yeah, huge bonfires, partying,
Okay.
recreational
Make
How
ours-
much
usage.
fun we
Yeah,
had!
let's
Yeah,
make
yeah.
ourselves look like the cool camp.
Yeah.
Set up our own Burning Man right outside Ecurie.
Do we bring any like boats with us?
We don't really have many boats.
Yeah, we have no sea power to speak of.
How good are you
I'm
guys at
surprised
swimming?
they do. Aren't they a part of like the same sort of river system?
Yeah.
They have warships.
Ecurie has been is a very established city.
Yeah, all their dirty poop water fucking comes through our territory.
All downstream.
Yeah.
So, you guys set up for the night. Morning comes, and you,
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna cast sending and talk to Jimbo and be like, what is the conditions assigned? What does it seem like? What's the attitude? You can reply to this message.
how many
Little art.
how many words?
There's 25, but I'm
Okay.
also gonna do part 1 like they do with tweets, and just keep sending more sendings if I need to.
Okay. So Jimbo says, that the brother returned and told Darius Athak, new king of Mercury, that the nobility will remain, and that all they have to do is commit their forces, and that and join them in mutual operation. And the king didn't seem convinced, kind of ranted and raved for a bit about how like 500 years ago they said the same things to our ancestors and then gave everything to House Mataro, but that he wants to speak to them, to these people, and bring them in tomorrow.
That's way too many words.
I guess that's
Part
a lot of
2,
messages.
part 3.
Yeah.
Well, he
It's like
can't
one of those
do
like
that.
one of those tweets that are like multi
Well,
posts.
he could,
Yeah.
he could end in an ellipses, which makes you, want to send another one.
He can't. Yeah, he can't keep sending more. I can send more. I can. Only
Maybe he
send
sent a
3.
screenshot instead of a text message.
How many
That's
how many
funny.
can you send in a day?
Well, I just used one, so I only had 2 more slots for it.
Yeah, for the day. This is like,
Yeah.
did you send it at night?
So, Gat,
Okay.
are
next
we all
message.
together? Are we all technically together?
Yeah, we're in the
In a
the
war
war room.
tent.
The war
Yeah.
tent. Yeah.
Okay, I would ask Gatbark if Jimbo thought that that Darius was the only one that really felt that way.
Okay, I'm gonna send that message back, and I'm also gonna ask which gate is the least defended. The least defendable.
Most of the so Jimbo says that the royal family feels that way, but the like like lower like nobility in terms of like the knights of the castle, and like lower landholders kind of are on odds ends with the king.
The most to lose, right?
Jimbo says that this is the least offended gate.
All right, that's also too many words again. Whatever.
He says East Gate.
Okay.
All right, we'll keep that in mind. That's like that's
upper
good
upper nobles have solidarity. Lower nobles are considering your offer. East Gate.
Least offended.
Okay. So war room time, right? I deliver all this information.
Well, that's a lot of information. But
Yeah, it's way more than 25 words.
But what I'm thinking is, so they want to meet tomorrow, so we can do that. Another option is if we can like secret ourselves in, and we know that these other nobles are wanting to take our stand, we can meet with them in secret and turn them to us.
Yep. I was thinking just
Third
cut
sending.
Darius's throat.
Which nobles?
Yeah. Which ones? Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you would want on this message? This is the last one.
Wow,
Maybe-
this is a bit.
Do you guys, before he sends that message, do you guys want to go meet Jimbo in the city tonight?
No, let's not out him. I don't want to risk it in any way.
Oh yeah, clever. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well then,
he's like too great of an asset currently. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your men, right? But I think every time we meet him, like
Yeah.
if we even try to meet him, especially
'Cause as
because
it
we're a
stands
bunch
now-
of people and not one, right? So
maybe if there's only one last message, do we know if Jimbo's like, made allies in the city? Does he have people that will stand with him and fight from the inside or anything like that?
So ask about potential allies.
Okay.
Anything.
Well, do we already know that? I don't remember what we discussed with him last time.
I adopted this dog.
Say
I don't-
say that again, Mark. I was talking to Andre.
In the time that Jimbo has been in Ecurie,
Mhm.
has he made allies that are willing to fight with him?
Yes, but it's like you'll have to pay them. And it's more like underground like mafioso kind of deal.
Okay.
He's schmoozed with the dark side of the moist underbelly of Urkery.
Moist.
Yeah, I'll
No,
say, guys, I have
Choose the true dark side.
I have underground criminal contacts in Ecurie. Do you think it would be worth getting a message to them? And if they're willing to help us, maybe when we rule, we can look the other way when they can continue their businesses.
That's dependent on their businesses.
Well, I mean, we can judge that afterwards. Just get our foot in the door.
Would that require my sending, or would it be us?
I have an ability that basically lets me get messages to anyone within the underground of.
Oh yeah. No, good idea.
I know some guys. But if you don't think that's wise, then that's fine. We can wait to talk to Darius.
It's up to you.
I think I vote for setting up all the company men at that and infiltration tonight, just to meet with potential allies.
The thing is, it's least defended right now, but if we start moving our assets right now, then they're
Mhm.
gonna reinforce. right? So we should keep
Okay.
it like
I said least defendable.
right. Yeah,
It's the weak point in the wall, right?
yeah.
Well, then why don't we just wait to talk to Darius and we can do all that seedy shit behind his back if he says no?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This might all be for naught.
Yeah.
Uh,
What do you think, Lizard Man? You've been quiet.
What?
And you, Gem Boy. Qatar.
No
Gem
sparkles.
Sparkle.
Is there trees around us?
What?
Not for a few kilometers now.
This is all like plains land.
Yeah.
Why? What do you propose if we had
We
trees?
gotta start making fucking rope. Not ropes.
Reforest
Like-
the entire area.
No. We gotta start making like ladders and shit.
You know, that would be just a thought. We have that wand. Like if we could, show
staff.
the peasants and stuff. Sorry, the staff. If we could show the peasants that we could like greatly increase their yields as far as farming and stuff goes, like that might be enough to incite a revolution within the walls.
He's gonna parade me out as, oh look,
No,
we got
I
a
don't know.
druid.
I mean, again, I'm always for cutting throats. I'm just trying to have some character development here.
That's definitely another bargaining chip. So maybe we should wait.
Cool. Okay.
All right. So last message is asking
Later.
about potential allies, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. I send that.
You send what? Sorry.
Name any potential allies within the walls.
Or detractors of the king.
Or detractors of the king. Because I got the words for it.
So he says Sir Leif, and Sir Dan
Okay.
are
And that.
detractors of the king.
Okay. All right. That's it for sending.
Okay.
Are
All right,
now
cool.
out of
No,
the-
it was very helpful. We got a lot of
Thank
information.
you, Gatbark.
So yeah, it was great.
We
Thanks.
should all maybe take a
Everybody
long rest.
Claps for Gatbark. Claps.
Okay. All right. Weird.
So you guys finish out your night and meet with Lord Rouse Athak in the morning
Yeah. At the gates.
at this gate.
I thought Darius was coming to speak with us.
No, you want him to come out? He's not going to come out. You can come
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the
we-
castle.
Oh, we didn't move?
No,
We
I
didn't
thought
move
he
to
had
the
said
other-
that he wanted to speak with us.
He did, and that
You can invite us in.
yeah.
Okay.
But
Alright.
I'm not scared of them. I'm
Rouse
not
said
fucking
to
scared of
come
them,
to
yeah.
the far west gate,
Yeah.
and he'll meet
And
you
our
there.
camp, dude, are we moving our camp to the other side or no? Our boys?
I think we should keep our shit where it is for now.
Yeah, we don't want to show our hand, kind of thing.
Okay.
Do you give them any orders?
If we don't come back in
hold-
a few hours, fucking
Just-
begin.
Yeah, fucking begin.
I don't go with them.
You're not gonna come
What?
with us.
I don't feel like my guy has any authority in these talks.
Doesn't matter. We're watching you. You're
Yeah, we
working
need to
as-
stick together at this.
You're gonna leave your. Wait, you're going to go like.
You're not a general. Come with us.
Yeah.
So you're gonna leave your troops without generals or leaders.
No, there
No,
we have
There-
leaders.
There's three.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
leaders.
Okay.
We're like
Each
we're
troop has its own leader.
not like military generals. We're like title generals. Like
Okay. I guess I go.
like we literally don't even have armies of our own.
Yeah, these people actually took over Salazar
yeah.
without us.
Yeah.
So
And then they took it over again with us.
you guys end up at the gate where Rouse lets you in. He leads you up this street of Salazar.
into an ambush.
Into their own ambush.
You're stuck in here with me.
Yeah. You know, only bad shit happens to assholes that invite us into their throne rooms, right?
Yeah.
2 for 2.
Before
Yeah, 2 for 2. Yeah.
before we go, in the morning or like just right before this meeting, I'm gonna cast aid on us. I guess on everybody but Callie.
Oh, whoa! You leaving someone out?
Yeah, because he already has extra hit points. We
Okay, so is it 5 temporary hit points? Is that what it is?
no, it's your hit points go up by 5 max.
Oh, okay,
it's not
cool.
It lasts for 8 hours.
That's not too bad.
It's pretty good.
Also, this throne room guard is significantly weaker than the other throne room.
Yeah, and there's no huge jacked dude in like a mercury tub this time.
And no civilians to kill.
Yeah.
Also, it only says you can do 3, right?
3 what?
3
Three
creatures.
people.
Yeah, I guess you're choosing.
Aklo and Key.
What about fucking Gem Boy?
Did you come with us?
Yeah, he came with
Hey,
us.
he did?
Well, you were saying you weren't gonna. Everyone fucking mocked me about it.
Oh wait, he's right.
So, Rouse brings you up, and he addresses his older brother. My king, may I present to you the emissaries from New Avent? Is it called?
Yes.
They come bringing threats and demands.
I'm gonna start humming and casting guidance on Keegan.
Correction, we come bringing you salvation. Is one of his guards Jimbo?
Roll insight. Or
Maybe his disguise
perception.
is so
Yeah, okay.
good that you can't tell.
So you like look, across the room. And then you make eye contact with this guy, and he winks at you.
Ooh.
So that's either Jimbo or somebody who
You
thinks.
son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Um,
All right, just lay it out. I'm just gonna fucking dick slap way it out.
okay.
Like, stand down your forces, join the new empire. You will retain your nobility as dukes of Ekury.
As dukes, you would turn Ekury, this kingdom, into a duchy.
That's right. There's no room for kingdoms in the new empire.
It's either that or Ash.
You would guarantee our sovereignty.
We'll let you retain it. Like, but you cause any shit yourself, then that's all. Then we'll have to talk about that. But yeah.
I, as the ducal lord, would retain all rights with zero oversight to make decisions concerning the operations of my realm.
No, that's not true. You will have a ruling city council. You will have the most seats and the most weight, but
And you'll still be alive.
I doubt that, Shadow Elf. I doubt that. The Empire's honor has already been demonstrated 500 years ago, when it came to this grand city and supplanted my family, replacing it with that of the Mataro line. It was only until recent developments that we were able to right that wrong.
Good thing you're not being supplanted, right? You will keep your position as top dog, but you will also have your herd that you will have to like contend with.
A king does not contend with his herd, he shepherds them. And it is my duty to protect them from interests such as these. Are you being honest with him?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, these are all valid offers.
All right. Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Plus 1d4.
Oh god.
All right. Anyone helping me, or is this?
I will assist.
Yeah.
You gotta roleplay how you assist.
Yeah.
Oh.
As much as I like these back rubs.
I mean, just basically, I say like, who will stand with you when Celine turns south?
Urger will stand tall. He screams that. When you help
right.
people, you just give them advantage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, that's all it does. Yeah. If you think it's worthwhile. So do I get advantage from that?
Yes.
Okay. And I get a D4.
Oh my.
Well, it is a contested. This is a extended contested roll,
Yeah.
right? So,
He actually
it's
his
14.
face softens.
Yeah.
Another 14.
Yeah.
And he leans back, somewhat relaxed in his chair. And says,
And
what?
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
He says,
And I was gonna continue, but
for the safety of my people, I could become a duke. I could swear fealty. But for the sake of my people, I must retain the control to decide what happens with these lands. I could pay a tithe of resources and men. I understand that. But to retain sovereignty and maintain the traditions and history and values of Urkery, it is imperative that the Empire, this imperial doctrine, is secondary to the heritage of this place.
it won't be just Ekiri that you'll be responsible for. As a member of the new empire, you will have a say in how we operate our empire as a whole. Like the same way that you distribute some of your power to others in your city, we will be distributing some of our power to you. Think of all the benefits that you can bring to your city, like as you stretch your influence like across the continent.
Okay, give me another persuasion. Wait. Does anyone want to add to that?
Talk about the gold mine we found.
Oh yeah, and I guess I could spend maybe a week here and help your farmland out.
Okay, persuasion.
Okay.
With advantage.
Plus 1d4.
Okay. 10.
Oof.
Urkery has a long history of being strong without the help of others, and we can continue to do that, rising proudly upon our own merits.
How many men did it take for you to reconquer this city?
It would be inappropriate to name such a specific number.
I promise you, Zleen has more.
Do you know that?
No.
Okay, give me a deception check.
I assume.
Does anyone want to help him?
Yeah, I'd say I have it on good authority that Zleen is readying their armies to turn on you within the month.
And I just add to that, my father is a powerful warrior.
Aren't you like the son of a noble house?
Yeah, yeah.
Why don't we get them on side first?
He's more jacked than I am. Yeah.
He's on the other side of Mercury.
He's more jacked than I.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go with my deception.
Oops.
Yeah, I really. Hmm.
It's an advantage, right? So Gatbark, roll again.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
See, that's not bad.
He looks at both of you, his eyes wide, and he starts twiddling his blonde goatee. And points at Keegan, and he says, Lord Cregan, this powerful daddy of yours.
I almost break out into laughter.
He will protect the northern border from this incursion of Zleen. Within a month, you say? My sources indicate that Zleen is currently engaged in a campaign to the west. They haven't even taken Suofis yet. They will still have to get through the northern walls and defenses of Lord Cregan. What you
Classic
say
bait and switch.
is a potential, but not as fast as you indicate. By then, we will perhaps we'll have you taken care of, and we'll have incorporated your legionary forces into my own.
Are you really willing to potentially dwindle your numbers to fight a bigger battle because of your ego right now?
And our men are hardened veterans of like the southern campaigns.
Okay.
They would not bow down to someone who hides in their castles.
Aklo,
Can we
roll persuasion with advantage.
Can we have a hero huddle after for a quick second?
Ooh. Add a d4. Or is it just me?
So-
It's just you.
Okay.
With that, King Athak. No,
You mean Duke?
Duke Athak hangs his head. He runs his hands through his blonde hair, pulls it in frustration before taking the crown off of his head and tossing it forward as it clinks on the ground
Ding, 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 ding.
and rolls to the bottom of your feet.
And now we feast!
Bring out the mercury tub.
We straight up
I
Darius.
like that. That was
Okay,
awesome.
hero huddle, real quick.
Yeah.
Hey boys, what did we promise the Blackfish and
They get a seat. They get a
okay.
seat. That's all we promised them. They
Alright,
have.
we-
Well,
they
and it
will-
was just Samuel who wanted to see.
Yeah, just Samuel. He gets granted the aristocracy and he gets a seat.
Alright, okay. I didn't remember. I thought we were betraying him a second there.
No, it's
No.
just one seat among like 100. It's not that big a deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just wants land. He's like fucking what's his name from Game of Thrones.
Braun?
Yeah.
Game
He's set. He's like a landed aristocrat.
How are you watching Game of Thrones here?
Yeah.
Charlie, the lizard folk
Living
have Game of
man.
Thrones?
It's a popular puppet show.
Okay.
And it's actually finished in this universe. The
And
books
it
are
didn't
Yeah,
suck.
you guys see the
It's
finale?
Infinite season 4.
Yeah. I thought the puppet show was pretty dark.
Pretty
I don't like
graphic.
all the wolf killings.
That wasn't so bad. Now we have a
That
new
was
ally.
a lot easier than I was expecting.
Yeah, and now we got an army that can continue marching north.
Good thing we sent her to Mans.
Yeah.
Oh, did we leave and we go back to the army? Or are we
No, the
still in
army,
that room?
we marched through the gates.
You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
heard what happened to General King in the last throne room.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even bring that up.
No.
Anyway.
That would have been like a last resort. And
People
even
Yeah.
then,
like did hear of this, like that story at this point has morphed into this, like, you know, because like you did it, and then like when you got back to Fort Frontier, people had already heard of like they like just marched into the throne room and like cut off his head, man. They blew him up, right? And then like then you like left for 2.5 months, and you like and then you come back and they're like they kicked the doors down and like fucking like turned his bath of silver over and like forced him to drink it while like it just kept like growing and growing and growing.
Fuck.
The generals, man, they don't mess around.
Alright.
Your dude like blew up 8 people in one blast.
8 civilians.
Well, they were fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, time for revelry.
Rebels.
When you called him his dad, I laughed so hard
Big
that
The
Daddy.
my
daddy.
dog woke up.
Yeah. Power daddy. Like,
Power
hey,
Daddy.
Real word.
no one died, right? No one died.
Yeah, nobody died.
Nobody died. No bad blood.
Someone definitely like died of like the sickness or fucking
Like
tripped
heart
down
attack.
the stairs
Like,
or
Cutting themselves on a blade and just getting
Yeah.
infected. No
So-
medicine to take care.
Your sphere of influence from Salazar to Mercury.
that's more of a square.
This is
A
the
line.
sphere of influence.
he called it a sphere, so it's a sphere now.
You know what I'm saying?
The
The area of influence.
oval of influence.
So you guys force a festival of nonviolence because
Yeah.
the city was taken without
This is our chance to
peacefully.
win the people, though. You know.
Okay.
Bring out the fireworks.
They don't have fireworks here.
And
No,
I
I
think
mean-
we used them all up last week.
But like Callie should be like walking down the street with the staff and just have like flowers growing behind him as we walk. You
Yo,
know?
the flower staff.
That's cool.
So
I
you
can
do
only
like
use
a
it so much.
Yeah.
military parade through the streets.
Hey, what's the AC of the bug armor that we have?
It's the same as a full plate, but we
Okay.
get resistance against piercing, I believe.
Yep. And I think it's lighter.
Yeah,
It's
halfway.
just
Yeah.
half damage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stack with other resistances.
No. Resistance only counts once, right?
Yeah, same as advantage.
Yeah.
What does plate armor give you? Just AC? No, just
18, straight 18, I think.
So
No dex bonus.
King
Yeah,
Athak
no dex.
or Duke Athak has he said he'll travel to new. He offers his city for the Empress. New Avent is but a colony compared to the history that Mercury has. Surely she'll be safer behind our walls.
You must send your greatest architects to New Advent to make it
Yeah.
a bit greater.
Well, we have the
Let's
greatest.
be careful about just starting demands.
What is
here.
he
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get? Yeah, he's like, sure, but what do I get?
Let's draw up some trade routes between your
boys, we're in the city.
your
Yeah,
generous
We can
fleet.
just take it now.
We could just.
They
kill
literally let us through the gates.
We already have
No,
it. We already have it.
no.
What do you mean take it? We already took it.
Yeah,
Now we
let's
just have
draw up.
another fucking babbling lord telling us what to do with his armies.
Well, that's the game, baby.
No, he's
Yeah.
willing to
Die.
he's willing to just like send his like armies underneath your control and pay
And
a,
we have
a
a-
tithe that he's totally like just waiting for those demands.
Okay, as a part of the tide, I bring a blackfish. Like he
Okay.
is I
Samuel.
describe like a yeah, like I
Orc?
actually I describe him as a dispossessed aristocrat that wants a seat.
Blackfish?
You mean
Or,
no? You
Samuel?
mean Samuel?
Samuel, yeah, Samuel. A seat in the council and some land.
But I would have to dispossess one of my own men to grant that.
You just add another seat. It should be okay. It can be an honorary seat. It can be like Anakin, you know, like he's not a master but has a
What's
seat
an
in the
Anakin?
council. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
Yeah,
we got
he-
Star Wars now too.
Yeah.
He'll
Grab all the
give
franchise.
Samuel some a seat, but not land. All of
About
his land
outside
has
the wall.
been divided up. Yeah, in terms of like the like Urkery's area of influence.
I'm sure you can arrange something because
Cause sorry, you cut out there. Did I cut out? I'll catch up.
Land, but it's really just a piece of our land that we gave to Ekari.
we
just so they
purchase.
could-
Yeah, we.
Well,
can
not
purchase
even
some
like
land.
Well, I mean, because there's technically wouldn't we have land between? Like, wouldn't there be like a line where it's like Urkery and
guess
then
so.
us?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Yes, right about
like a-
here.
like the Venn
Right.
diagram area of
Yeah.
both our
Yeah,
lands.
so it'd be like, oh, his land is like here, which was technically formerly our land, but we just
All right.
gave it to him.
So-
and
Well, I mean, like, there's
Okay, sounds
nothing on
good.
the other side of the city, or other side of the river.
Yeah.
That is
All right. We
not
we-
part of Urkery.
yeah. So we can give him some land in the sphere of
How about here?
Urkery's like
Oh man, you guys, you
Area.
piss this guy off.
And we can also grant him an estate. There must be some empty homes that we can refurbish. in the
Also,
city.
piss him off. We're giving him more land.
Are we
Yeah.
alone right now? Or are we still marching
Uh,
and?
No, you're not.
We're like
you're
an-
not marching.
We're like in a military march. No, we're not. Okay.
Well, I'm
We are
assuming
talking
you
to the
did the march, but
or
all
group.
of
Oh,
like
okay.
these talks are happening within like some sort of meeting room
Right.
or
Back in the throne room or something.
So in
yes.
in private, I ask everyone, like in conversation, like,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
what do you guys actually think of Darius? Do you think he can be trusted?
You know what? Like that's none of my business at this point. I think.
does
Like,
appear that
I
he
don't
only
think that
cares
that's true at
about-
all. I think
Yeah.
that is, in fact, literally our only business here.
No, he only cares about Ekiri, and we've given him something that's beneficial to Ekiri that he knows Zeline will never give him, and I think his loyalty is definitely purchasable, and we bought it.
Okay.
You think your brother can offer something better? No, I think it's too much of a power monger to give him anything like that. A
No,
seat
I'm-
and like the Empire.
I'm more talking
No.
about, is this guy going to be a thorn in our side later?
I mean, he might be annoying, but I don't think he's gonna be like an enemy.
Okay.
So we're down here.
I mean, we can do insight checks on what we think, like our character wise.
Yeah,
You know,
go
can we
ahead.
do something like that? Yeah. Like what we think of his character.
We should probably talk to Samuel also.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Ask him if he's okay with the current arrangements.
Yeah.
We all
You-
think he's a
you-
great
Oh.
guy.
Do insight, Caliheek? Yeah, you
Oh,
guys
yeah,
think he's
right.
fine. That he's resigned to his fate.
Yeah.
Resigned to his fate.
But is that arrangement okay with the Duke? Get him some land on the outskirts and an estate in the city.
Before we go and tell him, what
Yeah,
happened
he
to that
can-
crown?
He can like,
Yeah.
but like the land comes from New Advent.
Well, on the border.
Between the
Yeah, on the
lands.
border.
Yeah. And then
50-50?
He finds like an estate in the city. That's
I
no
think the
problem.
crown's like a cultural artifact of Valkyrie.
Yeah, but what happened to it?
He
fell down.
symbolically tossed it on the ground.
Okay,
but
take
then
it
one
I
of
back.
his, like-
symbolically put it in my purse.
You'd have to like snatch it from the servant that immediately picked it up.
Okay, whatever.
All right. Let's talk to Samuel, I guess, to
Okay.
close this chapter.
So you
Yeah. So I
Uh,
tell him it's like we negotiated with them. We will grant you land in the outskirts and an estate in the city and a seat in the city council. But what you make of it, and the allies you make and the enemies you make in the city is your own.
Well, we're your allies.
I mean, in the city. That's what I mean.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, within the council, within the and like in like joining this like bureaucracy and politics of the noble court. Like, I wish you the best of luck.
And offer us an offer of support in this.
Yeah. If they come pushing down on you, you just let Big Brother know. Like,
Thanks, generals. I never thought I'd be here. You know, from house guardsman to bandit to right old noble. Never thought.
I say stiff upper lip. Cut that out.
Okay.
Crying over here.
yeah, nose up when you talk like a
He's-
real
he's-
noble.
he's not crying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he says, yeah, he's gonna become a full-time politician now, I guess, and that he gives
Whoa,
control
who's
of
gonna
the
lead your
Black
army?
Hillsmen to Blackfish.
All right. Is it
Hmm.
cool? Is it cool?
You
Who?
should probably
Get, Blackfish?
retain.
Blackfish. Yeah.
Talk to Blackfish.
Okay, let's talk to Blackfish.
Yeah.
Not it.
Oh, we all go.
Okay, so you all go.
Should we give Blackfish a promotion? Make him like a commander. Blackfish.
I think so.
Yeah. Buy his loyalty.
Yeah.
Give him a medal.
He didn't do anything yet. I think a medal is a bit much.
He helped us conquer Eccury.
I guess a show of power, I guess. But I mean, like, because of his new position of taking control of both of the Hellmen, like, detachments.
Let's see. Right now he is an officer.
Yeah.
You want to give him a promotion to marshal?
Yeah, sure. Is that the next step up?
That's the next step up.
Okay, yeah, Marshal.
He had a rank before?
When you guys brought him in, Wergigar just refused to call them bandits, and
Yeah.
Okay. I like Wargear. I gotta talk to him later
all right.
about how we're gonna betray everybody. That was out of character. Now you're
Let's see,
allowed to
like-
act on.
Gapbark opens his wardrobe chest, and a robe that suspiciously looks like the robe of all those dwarves that are next to all these rulers tumble out.
You never did see me in the same room with them. I was in both of
So
them.
you guys, Blackfish kind of just shrugs, and he's like, "As long as there's war, I'll keep fighting. I don't care about no rank."
That's it. End of sentence.
Cool beans.
He's
Let's
eating.
go.
He's eating
Yeah.
a pig.
Hey, was there a meteor dwarf in that room just now that we were in?
No, that's why it went so smoothly.
With
Okay. I forgot to check.
No, it didn't look like it.
the throne room.
Yeah.
No, there was not.
So we all like going back to the tavern now?
Is there a new hangout, a new event? Is there a new?
You head back to like what? Like how do you want? Do you want to like position these legions here now?
Yeah, since we're already camped, so let's just leave them there.
And you guys are going back to New Advent?
No, we should go.
We need to keep marching north, right? Because we need to
Yeah.
relieve Vallejo.
Okay. So
Sounds-
that's your next objective.
Yeah,
Okay, it takes 5
because
days.
that's the next strong point, right? So
Mm-hmm. It takes like 4 days to like regroup your troops, give them a little time to rest and draw from Eccury stores for their rations. And
Yeah.
when you march, you march with Eccury's veteran heavy cavalry.
cool. Now we have cavalry.
There you
Heavy
go. Now we
cavalry.
got cavalry.
Yeah.
On the march, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go talk to General Skatok, and I'm gonna be like, oh, what the hell was up with those meteor dwarves, that were whispering to you in the Salzar way back? I'm sorry I didn't ask you this. I got a slow brain.
Months ago.
Yeah, it
Uh,
only just occurred to me.
well, it's hard to know. I think they showed up when we took the city. Yeah, 3 of them. One.
3.
Mm-hmm.
I can
One
only account for 2.
talked to Grand General Kang, and one kind of made friends with me. I think one talked to Milton, but that one ended up leaving pretty soon. Just good counsel, you meteor dwarves. Really good counsel.
They
Those
met you in the
guys were
city?
a little negative, but that's what some people are just a little negative.
And they met you in the city, not in the forced march.
I feel like they might have. It only makes sense that they were in the Legion, but I only remember meeting them once we took the city. But it seemed like the majority of the people, there were some Imperials in the city beforehand, but I feel like they might have. It's hard to say. Most of Salazar was desert lizardmen, if not all of it.
Thank you for your help in answering my question. All right, and I go to Mage General Milton Edison, and I continue this line of questioning about the meteor doors.
So he says the same thing, that once they took the city, 3 meteor dwarves kind of showed up, and Skatok and Kang took a liking to them, but Milton really didn't like how pessimistic they were.
In what way would you say they were pessimistic?
Just always talking about the futility of life and ever-changing things. The necessity for change, but also the futility of what is. It got tiresome.
Emo
tiresome.
dwarves? Emo space dwarves?
Always.
Those are my brothers you're talking about, Keegan.
I'm not even there.
Whispering and muttering at every tiny little decision I made. I was trying to get some work done. I couldn't handle him needling all the time.
Well, whereabouts do you think they might have gone off to?
Well, I'm pretty sure you took care of the one that was talking to Emperor Kang, Grand General Kang. May Empress Octavia forever be in power.
You're damn right.
Woo!
But the one I
And then I whisper
away.
to him, I'm actually not for monarchy. I'm a very progressive, kind of democratic kind of guy, but don't worry about it.
He
Democrat, quote unquote.
does like the limp wrist to the chest. Oh my, kind of like facial expression.
None of that.
Anyway, he says that he doesn't know where they would have gone. To be honest, probably. And then he like looks at you and he goes, "Where do you come from?"
Look
Can
up
I be
at
here
night.
for this? I want to learn more about Gatbark.
Okay. Yeah, everyone could be here except for Keegan, who had already made himself not be there.
I thought you were having private conversations.
Well, then definitely Charlie's there.
Because he's always in private
Yeah, he's like a little iguana on the wall.
I don't have to be here for now, but I definitely want to have that conversation with Gatbark soon.
Okay, so did he give me any leads? Not really. I don't know where to go from here. Okay, I return to the boys. And I say thank you and all that.
All right.
I toss him a copper coin.
He just like looks at it as
Oh,
it like pings off
penny.
his chest.
It's hollow on the inside. It's actually lighter than any other copper coin. It is the lightest you can make a copper coin. But it's
So
the same.
It's really more like
monomolecular copper.
It's like a quarter copper.
like floats.
Yeah, but it's in the shape of a full copper, like a counterfeit.
Oh, so you give him like a fake coin.
Well, it's
A
it's
wooden
still worth
coin.
its own copper,
Yeah.
just not the actual value of the coin. Okay, what are we?
So are we still in Ecurie, or do we go back to Avent Prime?
At this point, you guys are prepping the army to march north to Vlehal.
Cool.
You guys could head back to New Avent if you want, or you could continue with the army 4 days north.
We should probably stay with the army, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, unless we got business back home.
Let's have Jimbo send Jebido a message saying that we've.
Are you gonna have Jimbo retain his position in Mercury? Or are you gonna have
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
You know, what
Oh.
do you guys think? Should we?
Yeah, I think so. Grassroots. Yeah. Just like
Okay.
leave him here. Yeah.
Grassroots.
Yeah, grassroots.
Do
I
you
am
like?
unfamiliar
So
with the term.
he's
It's
still
like-
undercover.
Then I never like face to face confront him when we're in Ecurie, but somehow get him a message to let him know that he should be contacting Jebido.
Okay.
Like grassroots isn't like family of spies, that goes down generations. So like just watching like the city kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, like
su-
sleeper cell.
Yeah, it's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
One.
I am an American dad for
Yeah,
Soviet Russia.
yeah, exactly.
I'm a normal human male from Earth, just like all of you.
Hello, human.
What's the one with
Tell me about the local sports team.
How about that? Vegetables.
So it takes you 3.5 days to reform the columns and pack up all the siege equipment. Then 4 days to make it to Vlehal, where the walls around the small city are heavily guarded, but when they recognize you, your Imperial Party is brought into the city.
The info he gave us is that Zleen marched to the east.
To the west.
Well, we already knew that.
Yeah.
I
What
guess they're fighting
what message
that,
did you want Jimbo to send?
Just let Jebido know what's happened and that we're headed up north.
Okay, so Jebido replies, and he says that there's been a raid.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
A squad of extremely capable orcs infiltrated New Avent. They like got over the outer wall somehow and made it into the castle.
Hey, yo, that's kind of racist.
And
he didn't say blackfish.
Two went to kill Octavia, but Puck and Kiskar, was it Kiskar?
Yeah.
They
orc lady.
Yeah, they Kiskar stopped them as Puck grabbed Octavia and fled to the nighttime rooftops kind of deal.
What about her nursemaid, the blind old?
She's
warrior?
alive. She was
Huh?
Puck took Octavia from her arms.
Turns out she was a badass maid.
pushed
She's
her.
like Hundred Eyes.
Pushed her to no, he just pushed her at the corner and was like, fucking be careful, right? And Kiskar managed to kill one of the orcs and grapple the other. But it was a But at the same time, the vault was raided, and the hand and it's all like everything's gone from the vault.
How did he get into the vault? That's ridiculous.
Clearly, the hand opened it from the inside.
Oh, I couldn't get out of the jar and the chest.
one of your
I gotta come clean, boy.
one of
I
the
made it out of graham crackers.
one of the like one
Yo,
of
the hand hired these assassins to like rescue its brother. That's what happened.
This is Erdooth's doing. I know it.
one of the castle guards or castle guards reported hearing a knocking sound.
Yo.
What the hell does that mean?
Does
And
Jebido
then,
want
like,
us to come
he
back?
he heard this knock, and then he like went and investigated, and there was 3 orcs carting away the vault's the vault's contents, and they knocked him out. And yeah, Jebido says
Well, good riddance on that armor.
that the raid has completed, and you can come back if you want, but that there's
Is
you know,
Octavia safe?
yes.
Ugh,
That sucks.
that sucks. Okay.
Yo, I trusted you to keep the vault safe, man.
Well,
What kind of vault is
Duke
that?
knew about it, so it might actually have been him.
That's 1,000 gold right there. That's quite a bit.
I fucking
But-
knew you were gonna do something like this, Mark.
But you know, I'm glad
How
Octavia's
well
safe. We
guarded
can
is
just
the
make more
vault?
money. We have a hand guarding it from the inside.
Oh man, what do you think is gonna? It's gonna.
Maybe
join
they'll
up
put on the
with other
fucking
one?
armor and then they'll take care of them.
Okay, so back to the other thing you said. So Zleen right now is fighting that guy, Erdooth's old master, right? That's what we're supposed to glean from this.
Yeah. The thing is, Vallejo is gonna open up the entire east to us,
Hmm.
right?
That's where your
And it's
parents
also
are from?
yeah, they are yeah, and
Are we gonna siege them too?
they're loyalists, so if they'll side of the empire, the true empire.
And if not, we'll take him down.
Yeah.
I don't know. My dad's pretty jacked.
So we're technically the old empire,
Power
right?
Papa.
I will bounce.
No,
Yes,
we're
we're
the
the
new
old
empire.
empire. I classify Juthway as the new emperor, like new empire, and we're the old empire.
alternative empire.
We're just the continuation of the old empire, aren't we?
Kinda. We're like
Yeah,
a
we're like
reformation.
Imperial
of the
Remnant?
fragments. Yeah.
We're the Reformed Party.
The Reform Party. Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
Vallejo.
Yeah, Vallejo. Yeah. Let's go there and relieve them. And we
We
should.
march.
So
And
you
the
guys,
thing is, we need to make that into like a strong point to make sure that it can resist like any like insane attacks.
so you guys march to Vallejo. Takes you 8 days to get there, or 4 days plus the 4
Yeah.
to reform.
You got any messages for the Empress's hand there, Aklo? That you might want to send to your boys?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Anybody want to call home?
You have a collect call from Count Mark Gunbjorn.
Screaming into their head.
Little Nog answers. Yeah.
Little Nog's with us.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was a really good pig swift.
So
I'm married.
You're like a pig.
when you guys enter the small city,
Yep.
you go to the palace and are brought to Lord Cregan. And your
I
mother.
go and
What was your mother's
hang out
name?
that stable.
Uh,
Lady Cregan.
Lady Cregan. Yeah. Mom.
Mo-
I don't know her real name. I just know
Power
her as
Mama.
Mom. Yeah, Power Mom. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's ripped too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
like ripped statues of
Like
mahogany,
Ronda Rousey.
like Holly Holm. Like Chris
As far
Cyborg.
as you look like a fat pig.
So
We're back. in
my
2 seconds.
son, it's good to see you.
Good to see you, father.
I never thought I'd see you come home with the Imperial legions at your back, considering your exile.
I'm a different kind of exile now, father. But we're here to support Vallejo,
That is good to hear.
and our new empire needs your help.
I've been trying my hardest to repel the incursions from Zleen. Weak though they may be, it is hard with the amount of noble levies I can gather. I will do my best. What do you require of me?
When the time comes for us to take his ready, and until then, make sure that they don't get past us here. Gather more allies in the east.
All right. I will continue to do as I have done. What will you leave for me to work with?
Oh, what assets can we leave here?
If you give me a week.
We already promised you to the other
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Expensive
Well, I mean,
Oh.
I mean, manpower wise, can we leave like a regiment here or a division from one of the legions? Like,
yeah, you can.
This is the front line.
You
So.
can.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, this should be where we concentrate most of our forces, actually.
So let's leave our any old masters here that would be capable of training and bringing up new forces,
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah,
and then we keep the army that we have liquid.
yeah. Also, I tell them about Ekiri, and yeah, they're not gonna be a problem any longer.
Yeah. Listens to your accounting of the negotiations and kind of looks a little surprised. I never thought that King Duke Athak would be one to listen to reason, especially considering the history of his family and the Empire, but strange things can happen. It's very impressive that you've grown into such a accomplished diplomat, my son.
I'm like surprised at his like compliments in that, and not my muscles. I think I still have my far to go before I'm accepted.
He doesn't even acknowledge what you have as muscles.
Yeah.
This is the first time your brain muscle has been complimented.
Yeah. And I thank you, Father. I'll strive to become more powerful. What can you tell us about the East? It looks like we got Macburg and Strahl on the East.
Just about to ask.
Yeah.
Macbur, a small city of considerable military strength. They do trade with the forest elves and have a good industry of wheat and cotton, along with wool. Impressive textiles, but not too much going in the form of any sort of ground resources. An established
right.
city with a small naval force.
Okay, cool.
What do they survive off of then? Like fish?
The wheat and fish and whatever they hunt from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they need minerals, it looks like, because they don't have any like. So that's something that we can possibly provide, depending on if we can expand our mining operations, maybe. Because we got like a fucking like detect minerals over here.
Oh yeah.
Strail has a significant naval force, and does much trade. Let's alter this a little bit. It does much trade with the surrounding forest elves and the people from Bogdale. And has strong ties to Orkbridge.
Okay, cool.
They get most of their weapons and armor from Orkbridge.
Bridge. How's Orkbridge aligned?
Well, I have been busy, and they are on the north side of the river. But the Scholar King, the Scholar Orc King, I suppose he's a king at this point, considering the disruption of the Empire, it would be the most likely choice he made. But educated in Zleen, their chieftain, is a reasonable orc. He would listen to most logical arguments, but he cares for his people first and foremost.
Hey, Matt, I assume that Sitar, when we visit these places, is doing his own little investigation into Irduth.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like you bring a picture out. Have you seen this boy?
Have you seen this man?
Yeah.
Can I just
So-
roll investigation?
Sure.
Bam.
Yeah, they saw him like 8 months ago.
I'm gonna
That's bad.
continue sending messages to him also.
Every time you send a message to her, dude, this is basically taking
You
fucking-
saw like
Send another message, you
man.
dick.
this like thirsty bitch, like totally like sexting him like every day.
Why would you stop calling me?
Keevan.
But are they truly random, or is there some way that you
There
can devise?
has been no evidence of Urduth since the last time he was here.
Every message I
Yes,
send is
7
an,
months
is
ago.
an appeal to have him turn himself in.
Turn himself in.
Yeah.
He's like, you should turn yourself into me. Oh God.
I'm turning myself into a god.
That's what you
Roleplay
send
it.
back.
Roleplay it.
Well, no, he doesn't send anything back.
Okay. What
Yeah,
was
Bert.
made may be remade, brother. We've been tested on the field of battle. Return to us, and I promise you mercy for
Mercy.
whatever crimes you
Friendship and love.
embroiled
Man.
yourself.
Friendship and love.
You
Yeah.
realize
He sends back.
No. Give a persuasion roll.
What?
Persuasion.
He's another player.
I know. Not anymore.
Don't
And
tell me to.
that stuff.
He's not people. He never was.
Like that stuff can still work on other players.
Okay. Well, he
At
doesn't know. I might be
disadvantage.
lying.
Because he doesn't like him.
That's wrong.
That's perception, first of all.
yeah.
Yeah, I realize.
Whoa, even better.
Okay.
also, unfortunately, in order for him to have, be shown mercy, he has to admit that he's done something wrong. And
That's
I
what
don't
I
see.
said. I said turn yourself in.
Never gonna happen. He was slighted by his friends.
He has your number and ignore, man.
I sent an apology, but it was the right thing to do, and he should have done it of his own volition. But it might.
Does Katera know that Getbark's talking to him?
No.
No one hears this. This is telekinetic.
Okay, so you enjoy dinner with Lord and Lady Cregan.
Tell him I want my
And,
hand back.
They,
Yeah, okay. I also say, hey, did you rob the vault?
You just get Chineros talk.
God damn it. The worst radio. I'm not that kind of religious.
All
So
right.
the-
Dinner. Yeah.
So what are you going to leave behind? You can split your legion if you want.
Okay. Actually, let's leave. Maybe we leave two of the generals here. We leave like the.
I want to leave Quoth here so we can start
Yeah.
building ballistas and defenses for this place.
Yeah, because I don't think we'll need those for Macberg and Strahl because those aren't like belligerents.
Yeah.
And I don't think we need to march with an army to those places because we don't need to do a show of force because
I
we're
think
gonna
we
be
should.
like
I think we should take.
we're not
over.
gonna impress anyone. Macberg's like a big military power. They'll just like laugh at our pitiful like army.
God damn it!
Did your dad swear fealty to us?
Yeah,
He's
he's
in
a
Eloise.
loyalist. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got like 3 cities worth of armies.
It's not like fealty. I think it's just allegiance. It's like a treaty.
Yeah.
They'll defend us. We'll defend them. And if we conspire against one of them, everyone else has to conspire with us. But they're not allowed to conspire against us.
Should we? Oh, what do you think? Should we go back to New Haven first to investigate the vault to see if we can find any like clues?
We
I
just
think that's
spent
a really
5
good
days.
idea.
Because like we might be able to see something that like NPCs, I mean, other people might not have been able to notice.
Kiskar.
I'm concerned for the safety of
captured one
Octavia
of
at this
the,
point. If
Oh
How
yeah,
many-
don't you guys love prisoners like
Oh
Shangy
yeah, we
prisoners?
have
Yeah.
we have a prisoner. We should go back.
Stab someone forever.
yeah.
I know that we have a war to win, but I definitely like voice my concerns on the road about Octavia's safety and.
Yeah, let's go. Let's take care of that. Our armies have marched for quite a bit, so let's let them just
Okay.
fortify Vallejo.
Yeah, Wergigar actually mentions that, and he says that like the army should rest here for at least like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's not good for a continuous.
Yeah.
forward
Especially
march.
over what happened last time.
Yeah. So who should we move with? Should we take anyone or just us go back?
I think it's faster if we just go as
Just us.
Just us?
Just
Okay,
us?
cool.
Just okay,
Yeah.
so takes you 9 days to get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 days.
We ride.
Hard.
Some of us just run.
Yeah.
You
Can you
freaks.
fly yet? Can you fly?
No, I need to level up first, Markeng.
Yeah, 2 sessions. 3 sessions without leveling up.
I just want to get to 8 as fast as possible. I mean, technically, I want to get to 10 as fast as possible. Because that's when shit gets fun, and Markeng's going to start pulling hair out. If you thought the wolves were bad.
it's assuming
Wait
we
till
live
you
that
get
long.
the bird.
So
No,
it's,
I'm talking about the fire elemental.
it's late March when you get back to New Avent, and it's raining pretty heavily. Where would it be? There we go.
All right. Yeah. I guess first check in to see what's happening. Like what's been done to like
Yeah.
are they posting more guards or what? Like
Okay, so you go back to the castle and meet up with Jepido. There's a few more guards, but they look they don't look comfortable in their
yeah.
guardsman uniform or
Yeah.
with the weapons they're holding.
Okay.
We never placed the vault like where it actually physically is.
It was underneath the keep, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
All right. In the foundation of it.
Yeah.
As soon as we get like close to New Avent, I'm always like peering over my shoulder looking for anything scuttling around the ground.
Um,
Maybe you should wear the cape then.
Yeah. 360 vision.
So the guardsmen
You know what
recognize
it's
you.
like.
And they wave you in, and you go meet up with Gepido. And he says, like, it's good to see you guys. We got raided.
Is like half the town like burnt down at this point, or
No. It was a small
surgical-
raid of
Like
like
commando
Commando
raid?
raid.
eight, yeah, like a commando raid.
Okay.
All orcs, and they took everything from the vault.
In what direction did they go?
Uh,
In what direction did they leave?
They got out of the keep, stole a boat, and went that way.
Okay. I
Oh wait,
turned
no,
to
maybe not. Hold on.
I turned to Keegan, and I'm like, you have men constantly surveying the lands out there.
Yeah, I do actually.
Where
Yeah, but
would
very
they most
specifically
likely
in and
have
out.
gone?
Yeah, they did go this way
Okay.
into the jungle.
Oh, only if we knew someone that was from the jungle.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Where would they most likely have gone, Charlie?
What?
Where would they most likely have gone, Charlie? Where could they have found some?
There are acres. There are countless acres of jungle.
Where
I mean-
where could orc fugitives go?
How many days
specifically?
has it been?
Like 2 weeks.
Said
Okay.
they headed like southeast.
I think it was longer than that because it took us 5 days to get from Urkery to
5 plus 9.
It
Yeah,
was
it's 2
9
weeks.
days riding back.
After
Mm,
5 days
so-
up. So
Yeah.
actually 2 weeks.
Yeah, but it happened before that. Only when you contacted Jimbo. It's been a little bit longer than 2 weeks, like 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
It's only when you contacted, only when you had Jimbo contact Jebido did you learn of it, and it had already occurred at that point.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Jebido. I'm gonna ask, how seaworthy did they seem?
Not seaworthy whatsoever.
Wow.
They
Hopefully
didn't
they
look
crashed and died.
like they knew how to pilot the ship, but they stole it, and
Okay.
they didn't
So
seem
they're not
like
pirates. Well, they couldn't have gone out to sea then.
yeah. Kiskar killed one, captured the other, and
Captured.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's go there.
Let's investigate first. Let's take a look at the crime scene. Get us as much information.
Yeah.
okay, so you
I-
guys go to the vault.
I think
Yeah.
there's 2 things that we want to look at. We want to see how they entered and what kind of methods that they used to infiltrate the city.
Well, fuck up.
And
I checked to see if the hand's still
get
there.
captured and we
That's
we
the
want to
first
go
thing
in
I
there.
look for too.
Did they
and
release
we
the
wa-
hand?
We want to see what order that they like approach the place. And did they go right for the hand, or did they go right for the treasure, or like there must have been an objective for breaking into the vault, right? Because they didn't just do that for like no reason.
Also,
And the
did
thing
they
is-
force the lock on the vault, or did they seem to like know how to
Yeah.
break into it?
And it was important enough for them to split their focus instead of going all for like maybe one of them was a feint, kind of thing to distract from the other. So we need to know what their primary objective was on this whole thing.
Okay, so
Yeah. I will also investigate as well.
yeah, everyone roll investigation.
I did.
I did not do well.
So those are the
I also
questions
did
that I'm
do it.
asking. Like, try to figure out what their true objective was, because like Octavia might have just been like,
A decoy?
yeah,
A distraction?
yeah. Because if they wanted to kill her, why would they all go, right? But they did get away with the treasure, and that's
Only-
what's like, yeah.
Only after Octavia, like they didn't know about the vault raid until that guy woke up, and the actual alarm went down when like Kiskar spotted these two trying to infiltrate Octavia's room.
2 out of
Two.
the out of the 8.
Yes.
Okay, so that was definitely I would think like a distraction of some sort then, because that's the alarm that they tripped
What do you mean alarm?
from Kiskar.
So
No,
they
like,
had
yeah,
8
like-
forces. They only sent 25% of their forces to either capture or kill Octavia, and 75% of their forces to the vault.
Yeah, exactly. So they definitely wanted something from the vault, but they also knew about yeah, okay, yeah. So that was their commitment.
Now, the other thing we have to discern is whether or not this was just some random orcs, or if this was actually a targeted from a political rival, a former party
Yeah.
member.
Or maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe like some of these artifacts we have like have codes or something, and they're like artifacts of true power. Or maybe the hands like sending out like hand signals to like, or like hand signals. Like space alien cult, you know? Like you guys are talking about? Yeah, like that.
You seemed
I don't know about that.
pretty not believing of that stuff.
But I do want to know in the treasure room what did they go straight for the hand, or did they go straight for the treasure, or
It's
just
hard to
they-
like determine.
Okay.
There was only.
Did it look
the ha-
ransacked,
like,
or did it look like they knew
there
what
wasn't
they were
that
going
much
for?
in there. There was like a chest of gold, the suit of armor, the hand, and one thing else, correct?
Yeah, and the loot pick.
And that's gone as well.
Yeah.
Right. So like these 4 things were taken. In what order they were taken, hard to really even
Can
guess.
we do
guess on that.
perception or anything? Can we see like the scrapes on the ground? Like what was like their
Sure.
okay.
Versus Prince.
Well, actually, Kater's investigation reveals
yeah.
that like
I had a higher one.
no, Kater got. Oh, I see.
16.
What was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first 21 for?
That was for looking for Ruth in the.
Oh, okay,
city
yeah,
information
gotcha. Callie, Keek, and Kater, both, and Keegan, all 3 of you kind of have determined that the armor was the first thing moved, just because there is a huge gouge, and then like a few in their rush to grab the gold, they like left a few pieces. A few pieces must have jingled out as they like grabbed the box and shut it closed, and they didn't bother to.
It was like an afterthought.
It was like an afterthought, yes.
Okay, just to make it look ransacked, but their primary. Okay, fucking like ghost armor cult. I don't know, man. Like, how much gold is left? Let's restart our pool.
There's like 4 gold pieces.
All right, in vault 4 gold is now our new inventory.
I think we should create a separate vault, because I feel like there is a gut feeling I have that this was Erduth.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, did they break the lock, or did they? How did they get in?
Yeah, I asked Gatbark how this could have happened so easily.
I've got no idea.
Okay,
and then
so
I scream at the
we
sky.
trusted you, man. We trusted you.
So
I still trust him.
You guys ask. You guys like.
I trust him in other ways.
You guys get the story from the guard, the guard again, and he's like, "Well, I was standing guard a floor up, and I heard this like knock, and then I came down and I saw them, and I told them to stop, and one of them came up and I tried my best, but he knocked me down and choked me out, and by the time I woke up, they were gone." So
I'm gonna do an Arcana.
Yeah.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if the knock that he was describing falls in line with the spell knock?
How would you know about that spell?
Because the Arcana check.
Because he's like a magical type. Come on, man. Don't you know
Yeah,
all
but that's not
magical
on his
people know
list.
about magical things?
Magic is ubiquitous. It is everywhere.
It's fucking not. I hate that people ask me to do Zone of Truth, which I'm gonna do soon.
Well, but you like it.
You think that it's a strong possibility that the two may be connected. The door has been left open, and the key, like the key has been, like the locking mechanism has been unlocked, I should say, without the key.
Keyhole. Okay. Well, that's fucked.
We need to trap this bad boy.
Well, we do have somebody to interrogate, so
Yes.
All right. Since you no
interrogate,
longer,
not torture.
I put the 4 gold in our party
What's the difference?
in my bag.
Yeah. What's the difference?
One involves physical pain. The other one involves
doesn't.
rigorous.
It involves the threat of physical pain, and then I start working on my mask cage to put a rat in.
You start making torture tools.
Yeah.
Jesus! I immediately slapped that out of your hand. Like, nope.
He fucking stole my treasures. You know how I am about my things.
Our treasures, comrade.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I wipe all the sweat off my head.
Okay, so you go to the dungeon, and he's basically in one of the 4 cells. Hello.
Matt just got a phone call.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
As will I.
Okay.
How's the
Potty
local
break.
first team?
Potty
Oh
break.
yeah, potty break. All right, we are back.
All right.
How's it going, guys?
Good. Oh man, this is the only good image I could find of what I was talking about.
What the fuck is that?
It's a torture mat.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see the
Uh,
look of horror on that person's.
1984, baby.
Uh, Yo, remember the scene from like Conan the Barbarian, like bites that that what's it called? That bird that comes out to like try to eat him.
When he's on the Wheel of Pain.
And no, when he's like on the Tree of Woe.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm back.
yeah, he like fucking like bites that bird and then like.
But yeah,
His
like
neck.
That's how you
Yo.
want to torture.
Edgar.
We should make a Wheel of Pain.
Wheel of Pain. We need not that we have water wheels or anything or like windmills.
Yeah.
It must be powered.
I think the Wheel of Pain specifically doesn't do anything, right?
Oh, I thought it was like a grain milling thing.
I'm pretty sure
Isn't
they
that when you're
they
like
talk-
just like tied to a wheel and then you have your limbs broken?
Oh,
No, in Conan the Barbarian, when they're like they take all those children away, and I thought that was like an agricultural, like a prehistoric agricultural thing,
I
where
think
they
that
like.
it might have
No,
served no
we
purpose.
use it for We use it to serve rotisserie.
That's funny. Markeng, look at in Discord. That's the mask I was talking
Is that animal abuse?
Is it?
Because
Okay,
you have
wait.
to like stare at this human's face all day.
about. Well, we can make the druid conjure them, and then they'll
Isn't-
just like
Sorry,
That's
isn't
some
the more
1984
torturous-
shit. That's from
exactly
1984.
1984. Exactly.
Isn't the more torturous the one where you have them like laying face down, and then there's a rat cage underneath them, exposed to their like bare stomach, and then you light a fire under the rat cage so that the rats instinctively
Ooh,
like
that's
dig
fucked.
through the guy's stomach.
You
The
lay
thing
them
is-
Fast and
face
Furious
up,
on 'em.
and then you put the rat on their belly with a metal bucket on top of it. That's how.
Yeah,
I
but I
mean-
remember that there's an aspect of like setting a fire somewhere so that the rats dig
Have to
through
dig
the
out,
stomach.
Yeah, no, he like lays him on a table and puts a metal bucket full of rats on his belly, and they start like take a torch and they start heating up the bucket and they start digging down.
I was
That's
just
from
gonna
what?
roll intimidation a few times, but you
What's
know.
that from?
Fast
and
and
Furious,
Furious,
man.
Yes, of course. I am not fucking condoning any
You
of
saying
this.
it's from Fast and Furious?
Fast and Furious 2.
Really? What the fuck?
But yeah, okay.
Next
So
Fast and the Furious.
something I wanted to mention,
Too
Edgar, is that
fast, too
the
furious.
idea of being trained in Arcana is covers the idea of being able to recognize spells via their description or components used.
That's dumb.
But
What,
that's
is it?
exactly what the skill is. That's like
Yeah.
learning like spells as a language, you know? I was like the language of magic.
Or the remnants of it, I guess.
Blah.
So if you combine that with like detect magic, could you get a more precise reading? I guess.
Well, detect magic would be for like, oh, I can tell that there was a spell used here in the last X amount
Yeah,
of
yeah.
time. But
So
without
you
like,
cast that and then roll your Arcana. Could you get like guaranteed advantage with that?
well, no, but like you'd use detect magic to determine the school of magic, and then that would help you narrow down the possibilities. Because if it's like, oh, well, there you can tell that like there has been a necromancy spell casted here recently, and then I'd be like, okay, well, using that with Arcana, and like given the results, I can narrow down the possibilities of what spell was used. But like the triggering thing there was the fact that the guard heard a knock, and there's kind of only one spell I know of that would produce a knock. Well, there's a series of spells that I know of that would produce a knocking sound, but only one that would be applicable to opening a vault.
That sucks.
That's magic, baby.
And it could have been just the person with a scroll. Not
that's-
necessarily
That is
a
also true,
spellcaster.
yes, they don't-
Yeah.
Or a very skilled potioneer.
So is Matt back?
Why would you do like pour the potion on the vault door?
You
Or
just
you
throw it.
knock the vial against the.
I would have felt more confident if we came back and it was like melted with acid. This seems like my failure.
I mean, how can you counter spells, right?
Well,
okay,
you know,
all-
we trusted
there
you to do
is.
it right, and so
But
it's
you
kind of
could
all
put-
our failure.
You could put a you could put like a rune of
You know,
like
fuck, I
counter
just got rope-a-doped by Mark.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
After you done that real
dude.
nice thing for me. No, I got your back, Jack.
Nah, it's cool. I mean, I'm glad it was only money that we lost and not like any
Yeah, but we
lives.
could have also just
No one died,
abided
so-
in Erdouth's plan to become a god.
What?
No,
Clearly, I
He
believe
didn't send that back.
How do we even
gut
know-
reaction, gut intuition here. There was something in this vault that Erdouth needed,
I'm back.
and this was one of his objectives that he needs to fulfill to become a god.
Maybe he's gonna take like Aklo's hand and like leave his fingerprints everywhere to like make him like a.
Oh,
criminal.
we're so gonna fight a clone of Aklon.
But only hands. It's like a
Yeah, it's
hands
all
clone.
Wow.
Army of
same
hands.
people.
Don't try and reason with it.
It's surrendered though. It's
You
surrendered.
guys end up grappling. I
not.
can't tell you
Yeah,
apart.
we can't kill it. It's surrendered. Well, what would happen
That's
if
when
we
he's
killed
most
it?
dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you really want to kill your own hand? Don't you want to like reattach it or something?
These new ones are pretty great.
How do you know? What if they betray you as well? Maybe they're just incubating. Maybe they fall off too.
Oh no.
That's fucking weird. Anyway, Matt's back.
So,
Oh, he's muted right now.
okay.
Sorry.
We gotta hunt these fucking horrible things down.
So they took the
And-
hand. The hand didn't escape during the scuffle.
He doesn't.
Is there
know.
any broken glass? Like, is the jar left behind?
There is
or-
no broken glass.
Oh no. He's gonna use the hand in some horrible ritual.
Maybe he just really misses his betrayal buddy.
Maybe he's gonna like do naughty things with your hand.
All right. I'm gonna
That's the least of my
decommission the
worries.
vault and build a new one somewhere else.
Well, you
Secret
should
from
leave
the
the
Under
vault.
my house.
Yeah.
I have a nice secluded forest.
We have nowhere to. We have nothing to put in a vault anyway, so why
We
don't
have
we
4
not worry
gold.
about that? I'm gonna
You
put
have
that.
4 whole gold.
It all starts somewhere.
I'm gonna put that in our pocket. We have
While
219
you do
gold in our
I'm
bag.
drooling.
Why are you drooling?
Oh, nothing.
His nose grows a little bigger.
Yeah.
So you guys go to the dungeon, and there is an orc
Oh.
there. He is.
Matt's mic is muted.
Oh, wait.
I'm eating some pizza, so I don't want to.
Oh,
all right.
Okay. What kind of pizza is it? Sorry. Go ahead.
Looks like he's got some pepperoni
Yeah,
on there.
that's what-
Maybe a little pineapple.
Give us some
Like,
ASMR.
Mark, you gotta check it for poison.
So, you guys go to the dungeon. There is a wiry, but like densely muscled orc there. He's wearing close-fitting black silks with
While we're there, I
leather
say,
armor.
We have a
underneath.
dungeon?
You have like
Yeah, where
4
did we get
cells.
this?
It's more like a military holding pen for like,
like a brig? Yeah.
yeah, for like
Oh, it's not underground.
it is. It's like you guys got like the brig and like martial storage and then like the cellar and the vault, right? So it's like
Okay.
those are the 2 underground levels.
Who wants to interrogate this Mafk?
Let's start with Charlie. He knows his way around.
Oh,
Zone
boy.
of truth.
Oh yeah, baby.
I'm gonna approach him as civil as possible. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play good cop
Hold on,
here. Okay,
hold
I
on.
don't know if
Yeah,
one of you guys
okay,
wanna play
me
bad
and
cop.
Kelly Keek. Good cup, bad cup.
Okay, so he passes his charisma saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
Cast it again.
Charismatic
I
orc.
don't think I can. I think he's immune to it for a little while.
Oh yeah.
What's his name? Has he just not said
He
anything?
says Udaktu.
Ooh, Doc 2. All right, I write that down. I approach him. Yeah, I sit down. I like pull up a little chair. I pull out my book. You know,
And
I
I'm
sit up.
pacing behind him.
Yeah. I greet him. You know.
Did you do it?
How's it?
How's it going?
I ask him how is your day been treating you? Have you been enjoying our hospitality?
What hospitality? There is no food.
Yeah,
You have given Udaktu no food.
Oh, okay. Let me fix that. And I cast good berry, and I give him some good berries.
And I snatch the good berry. Good berries
And
are
I-
for good boys.
I don't want no berry. Udaktu wants meat.
Now, trust me, you'll enjoy this berry. And I say that as sincerely as possible with a smile on my face.
Hey.
How'd you like to eat your own foot?
He's looking at you too.
Go on.
He's just looking at you guys.
Oh, okay.
How did you open the vault?
He doesn't say anything. Doesn't
No.
say anything.
Listen, Ugatu.
Udatu.
That's what I said.
You say Udatu.
No, I said Ugatu.
Relax.
All of that was in character.
I want to help you. I want to see you not spend the rest of your life sitting in this cell.
Are you lying?
No.
Okay,
Why would I be lying?
Roll persuasion, because I'm just making sure from the DM's perspective I know what to tell you to roll. Like, you like.
God, I am bad at this.
He laughs in your face.
I say, we caught up with your friends downriver. It's only a matter of time till one of them breaks. Now, if you tell us before they do, maybe we'll spare you.
Okay, roll deception.
Oh.
Oh!
Did you actually have advantage on that?
They're helping each other. It's good cop, bad cop, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sure, I like that. So they
Oh, then one time.
Me and Keegan are on the other side of a view hole. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. We're like looking through our little peephole.
Yeah. Does two-way mirrors exist?
he scoffs. You've heard of such feats of glass, but you needed like a master glass maker.
Blower.
Glazier.
So he scoffs, kind of like looks away.
I feel horribly outmatched as a good cop to his bad cop.
You know, the less useful you become, the less need we have to keep you around. Why don't you just tell us what we want to know? We send you on your way.
Are you gonna like let this guy go? If he tells you,
no.
So roll deception. Roll deception.
Hold on. I would.
Yeah, but what?
It's
Callie,
It's
Callie,
Aklo's
I'm-
statement. Aklo's role.
Yeah,
Even if
I
you want to
wholeheartedly
contest him.
believe that Callie thinks I might be telling the truth, but I certainly am not.
I mean,
What do you say alongside that, Kelly?
I reaffirm. I pretty much help him in his deception because I believe his deception.
Well, you're already helping.
Roll a fucking crit
That's
twice.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What is Sitar do? Sitar.
I'm with you guys in the port. Oh,
Okay.
Are we all like in our peepholes, like a bunch
We're
of fucking
eating
perverts?
pizza.
It's a three-headed ogre painting, and you guys are each one.
That's hilarious.
I just whisper, I don't understand why they're not starting with his toes and then moving to his fingers.
Is that how you do it in the Church of Watchers?
When someone steals from us, yes.
Oh, I thought you guys were talking about sex.
Oh, well, I was.
But also,
There's intersectionality, I see.
So he says, "You expect me to betray my people?"
I expect you to
To
be
die.
a good little orc and want to live.
Okay,
Good
roll
little
intimidation. What do you say, Callie? Alongside that.
I say that having honor and loyalty to one's own people is good, but one first must serve themselves, or else they are
Do
useless.
you honestly
to
think your buddies are coming back for you?
You
They
should
have
let
the goal.
you should let Corey roll for that too, with advantage.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yay. That's not that bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He
Shit,
spits in your
negative
face,
one.
Mark. He spits in Aklo's face. Are you wearing the mask? Right?
Yes.
He's like lands on the mask.
I cast calm emotion as soon as
I pull out my rapier and I'm like, Callie, hold him down.
And I hold you down. I hold you back.
Yeah, but I'm like, we're acting, you know, like I'm not actually gonna fucking kill him because we need the information. But I got my sword out and I'm like letting Callie hold me back. I'm not really fighting him. I'm like
Oh,
wriggling
you're
around.
definitely acting.
I
Okay,
turn to Keegan
That's a
and
performance.
Sitar.
yeah,
That's
both
a
of,
performance.
both of you roll
What's up?
performance
What'd you
with
say to me?
advantage.
I say, I can't believe we let them in there with weapons.
Yeah, me too. How are you gonna disarm him though? Can't he like shoot weapons out of his wrist now?
He
Oh,
he well, actually, one second. He laughs, stamps his feet, and says, "You two so funny."
I like, okay, so I'll stop. I like put my sword back
Okay.
and I look at Callie I say, we're gonna need to work him a little harder than I think you would like to. Maybe do you want one of the other guys to come in here?
I start waving my arms and calling them over
What?
for another hero huddle.
You can't. We can't.
How
see
can you wave your arm? Send him a mind message.
Yeah,
Okay,
can't you just
sure.
telepathically
I
do
send a
things?
mind message
Start waving my arm.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
telepath?
To which one of us?
to you.
Okay.
I say, hero huddle, come over here.
All right. I tap Callie on the scaly shoulder and walk into the other room.
Okay. I can make a neck brace and then attach it to his neck and then meld it so he can't. It's impossible to take off. And then we can let him go, and I can locate objects, just follow him.
You know, I can just track him, right, as a wolf.
Yeah, we can do both.
I like
We want
both
more,
ideas.
but the thing is, we want more than just,
Yeah, man.
Find them. We need
He's
to
not
find
stupid enough
information.
to lead us to him, right?
especially after let them go. You know, like everyone will know that they're gonna be followed. They just let go.
Let me do what I do and get the information out of this guy.
Ah, son of a- What do you think, Sitar?
I say we treat him like a thief.
Yeah, my man.
I can heal most of the stuff we do damage to him.
I can do damage to
Jesus.
him that you can never heal.
Okay, well,
Starts
don't let him
taking
in the
off his
room.
armor.
yeah, exactly. I start taking off my. He said he wanted meat. He's gonna get some meat.
Oh my.
Okay, well, you guys come up with a better solution, or I'm going back in there.
He's an orc. He only will respond
You know
Yeah,
what?
man.
You know
to
what? Like,
aggression and strength.
let's get him well fed first before we make him fucking puke it up.
Don't
Poison
waste
him.
food on this guy.
No, this is how they do it in the military. Okay, just
Why don't we poison him?
let's get him well fed. You know, before we fucking run him through the ringer, and he's gonna like regret ever having eaten any food.
We just, you guys want to like
Let's-
leave him in there with lights blaring and music for like 2 days? And then
We
come
don't want him
talk
to go
him?
insane. We need him to be like lucid and
We
like.
need a break though.
Man,
The problem with torture without the zone of truth is he might just give false confessions or lie.
Yeah.
And we have
Well,
no.
then why
Well,
don't
we'll always zone of truth him.
cast another zone of truth on him and let me work him.
Roll
Okay.
Me and
insight.
Sitar.
Gapark and Callie.
It's Kater.
Hey man, it's your fault for having such a difficult name, or your parents' fault, I guess.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll learn it.
So Callie, you remember the rod.
I definitely knew about the rod. You don't have to remind me about the rod. The rod is something I don't want to have.
Are we all talking about the rods now?
Oh,
How much
Okay.
tenderizing do we need
Gapark,
to do to this guy?
The zone of
Do
truth
I?
could always be used tomorrow.
do I remember about the rod?
Yep.
Use the rod, Charlie, on him.
I really don't want to have to.
Why? Zone of truth is the same thing.
Callie, the
And you seem to
clock
always
is
be cool with
ticking,
that.
man. I respect your moral fortitude, but it's not the way to get things done today.
Fine, but I'm using the rod. Okay, I don't. Yeah.
Well,
Why don't we just, can't you just turn into something like a big nasty spider and just fucking scare the shit out of him? Like that might
He
do
would
it.
welcome death.
I don't think
He would
scared of
gladly
that.
die. Yeah, he would gladly just die if it meant, retaining his honor to his brothers.
But that's why we keep him alive.
He's an
inflict
orc,
pain.
Yeah.
He'll be scared of like humiliation and dishonor. And
Orcs are
like,
self-serving, man. Like we just gotta torture him enough to
I'd
get it
say-
out of him.
Aren't
we need
orcs
to-
super honor bound to their clan though?
yeah, like we need to emasculate him and feel dishonored.
you want to wrestle
Well,
him?
I'm gonna go try the rod
You wanna
before we
wrestle
try
him?
and physically, My other option would be
First we take his teeth.
we lead him to believe that he can just say whatever he wants to get out. Therefore, he feels like he has satisfied our desire to know what happened,
We
and
must
that we're
satisfy
not going to
desire.
follow him. And then we follow him. We don't just let him out for free. but we let him bullshit us and then let him out.
But I don't see him going to meet back with his buddies. I see him going back to camp somewhere, but.
Well, then if it takes a few days
Has
for him to
anybody
get
asked
back
where
to
he's
his
from?
buddies, he is eventually going to meet back up with his buddies.
Has anybody actually asked him any questions yet, though?
Yeah, he is refusing to budge.
Okay, well, I'll go back in there with you and use the rod.
All right. But if the rod doesn't work,
Okay,
then I'll do my work.
supposed to what?
Post it up. You have it as a macro or no?
No, I think it was just a DC 15. I believe it was a wisdom saving throw, not a charisma saving throw.
I'll check.
The rod of command, right?
Yes.
No, the rod of ruleship.
It's like the off-brand rod of
Obedience.
command, like the knockoff. Like
Wait, obedience?
DC 15
Stick
wisdom.
it, told you so.
Or be charmed by. While charmed in this way, the creature regards you as its trusted leader. If harmed by you or your companions, or commanded to do something contrary to his nature, okay. He fails
His disposition immediately changes.
to he like looks at you.
I'm standing right behind him.
You're its trusted leader for 8 hours.
Mm-hmm. And I re-enter my spiel about wanting to help him and not wanting him to suffer here and instead be back with his men. All we want to know is why they came here.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
We were sent here by Chief Charles.
And who is Chief Charles?
That.
The chief of the orcs in Orkbridge.
Has anybody matching in a describe Urduth?
Describe Urduth.
Right? Is how would an orc describe him? A half breed recently entered the back into Orkbridge.
Describe Urduth.
I would say. I would just ask.
I'm pretty sure they would
where
describe
he
him as
first
a
met
half
Urduth.
breed.
Huh?
Would they not describe Urduth as a half breed?
What kind?
Half orc, half elf.
Hmm.
He had specific hair and eye color.
Yes, of course.
We should know that. I just don't
give
remember.
He had
Give a
ashen hair
description
and
of
red
Urduth.
eyes.
Yes.
And has he been in contact with Chief Charles?
Chief Charles sees many people.
Where is Urduth?
Just hear the painting yelled
I
at.
don't know.
No, I'm in the room with you.
Oh, okay.
I'm standing behind the orc.
Oh, okay. You actually entered the room too. I thought it was just me and Matt or Mark.
I am Mark.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, what's going on?
wait. Is it? Okay, never mind. I thought it was Matt who was yelling, "Where's Urduth?"
No, I didn't know that.
yeah, I can tell you guys apart either sometimes.
Wait,
Because your mics are so
racist?
similar.
one.
yeah. And sometimes like your name lights up and it's like the other one because you're like on the same channel.
Oh yeah.
So he
If
said,
we-
okay, yep.
If we were to let you go, would you go back to Orkbridge, or would you? Do you guys have a area nearby? Because we need to know exactly why you raided us.
I would go back to Orkbridge, along Route C, while my squad would go back to Orkbridge around, tracking Route A.
And I draw up a quick little map of the area, right? And I say, oh, now which one would be Route A?
That's Route A.
And how long ago was your attack?
Like over 2 weeks.
So they'd probably be somewhere around
Probably
here.
like 15 days.
Right? You'd say they'd be somewhere around here.
Probably a little past that, actually. No, yeah, around there.
So yeah, it's because you gotta remember they sailed and they had to.
They're not mounted, so that makes sense.
That means with effort, we could probably intercept them before they get to around here.
Do the roads make us faster?
I would say significantly faster, yeah.
Even
I
if
would
we're
say
going
us
slow
on
out of
horses versus them walking through
These
the bush.
guys are badasses. They're commandos, so.
Can they commando faster than horses on?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're actually just doing front flips towards their like,
They all have belts of levitation.
that's cool. Thanks, Corey.
God damn it. I don't know, Aklo, can you think of any more questions to ask him?
Yeah, how'd they break into the vault?
Yeah, how did you get into the vault?
Yes, what was your plan? How exactly did you break into the vault?
No, what exactly were you like in detail? What was your commands when you were sent here?
Well,
we were sent here to raid the vault and
kill Octavia?
yes, if possible. But that was just a secondary aspect of our plan to draw attention away from the vault raid.
And what in the vault was your objective?
The loot and the armor.
The armor specifically, or like what was your primary objective? What was
both those items?
I'm just saying, if you were to only be able to grab one object,
The armor.
what were you specifically told to grab? The
armor. That was highest priority.
I knew it. I knew it.
Told you should have put that armor on. Or
But
I mean, not in the room.
then I would have been kidnapped along.
I look at one of the.
Oh no! Save me!
I'll be right back. I'm gonna convene with my companions.
I don't leave the room. Do you want me to leave the room?
Yes, obviously, I don't trust you in there.
What? You've been good.
I've been good.
Yeah,
Everyone
you
always
have
just
been
thinks the
good.
worst of me.
1 gold star.
Kate, I leave the room with
I need you to
Kelly.
not hurt him. Because the second you hurt him,
Yeah, whatever, man.
All right, so group huddle.
Hero huddle.
and I explain. Oh, I guess they have been listening, right? So I don't have to explain.
Yeah.
I'm saying with effort, we could still intercept them before they get back.
I knew that armor was trouble.
See, now something we have to think about here is that this has to be Urduth, because there's no way.
Yeah, they would know about
Wait,
that.
didn't he say he was working for Urduth? He didn't know.
No, he said that the description of Urduth rings a bell, but he doesn't know that this order came through Urduth from King Charles. However, I propose that there is nobody else who should know that this armor is in this vault except for Urduth.
Oh, it's obviously Urduth.
Chief Charles, yes, Chief Charles would have no idea that this armor was here.
Yeah.
What do you think, Qatar?
And 1,000 gold? That's like pennies, right? They wouldn't give it them.
Yes, they wouldn't. They wouldn't travel fucking probably like a month on foot, like over a month on foot for fucking 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
Sounds like we have to go to Orkridge.
We do need to go there eventually, anyways. So.
Yeah, I think that's the best bet. Let's go to Orkridge.
Then we should pack up and leave immediately.
Should we try to intercept these guys or go?
Yes, but I feel like we would have a better time if we followed the road and then we tried to intercept them like here.
Okay.
Well,
Right.
we don't know about crossing that river. Big ass river.
Well, it's a river. It's only like this river in particular doesn't seem that long.
And you can do find object once you're close enough, I guess, right? Find
Oh,
object on
yeah.
that armor.
Yeah. Well, I think it's definitely gonna be in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
Right, Markeng? Given you know,
Do a nature
the
check.
layout of the land, would
Do a
we
nature
be
check.
safe to advise that we'd be like judging by their movement?
Do a nature check.
It's a survival, it's a tracking.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about like
Oh yeah.
how long like given they're asking the prisoner again, how long did it take them to get here? From Orkbridge.
This stretch down here took like 10 days.
And that was on boat, obviously.
Yeah.
And
Like-
that's
like
significantly
9
faster
days.
than walking from there to there, correct?
Yeah. Then they bought horses at Strail and rode here in 8 days. So that's 16 days. Ferried across 17.
Do we have everything that we need from this orc?
So it took about 25 days for them to get here.
Yes. I would say, unless you guys can think of anything.
Yeah, level up and fly us, you dingus.
I would love to.
Oh,
Maybe
can
we
we have
can
a
all-
training montage?
We can give all of our levels to him, like, you know, when they like give all their
hold up my
energy to
arms,
Goku,
man.
right? Like,
That's
when-
funny.
like
Give me
you
your
know,
energy.
take our energy. Yeah, take our energy. Yeah.
They gave it to Satan, actually. Satan won the day.
No, I think Satan told them to give it to Goku.
They won't be able
Yeah.
to.
But that's the only reason they gave it to him.
They have to walk this distance.
Mm-hmm.
These are
I
like
wonder if we
white
could send a
water
message.
rapids,
I
basically.
wonder if we could send a message to Keegan's dad.
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah, and tell them to somehow
Well, gem
intercept
type it.
them.
Like a little part.
Yeah, intercept. Yeah. And
'Cause
we should keep this guy here until we handle the other guys. I don't know what kind of like special methods he have to maybe communicate with them.
Fine, but we should definitely upgrade his living conditions.
Yeah.
Definitely cutting his hand off.
What? Why?
That's
Because
just
he's a thief.
Actually, technically, he didn't steal anything. He was an assassin.
It's worth.
His friends are
Yeah.
thieves.
We'll deal with that later. Yeah, let's get a move on with the show.
Yeah.
On with the show.
What does that even mean?
On with the show.
So as soon as everyone leaves, I go in and cut his hand off, and then we go.
No.
Let's get to traveling.
I will leave specific orders to the guard. Make sure this-
Whatever.
You know, that's pretty metagaming because I could have just not said anything and done it after you left.
No, well, I'm going to make sure that this guard is this prisoner is protected, because I am aware of how Aklo acts.
Everyone
Everybody-
knows how he acts, man. Yeah.
And he will face new Advent justice, not some random man from a faraway
Oh, okay,
land.
yeah, we
justice.
What is
I can't wait for a new society where we allow thieves and murderers to run free and
He's not going
Go
to run free.
unpunished.
He is going to face our justice.
where is
He's gonna be sentenced to death, though,
What
right?
are
'Cause he
you
tried
sending
kill
to
the
Lord
Empress,
Cregan?
Like,
what are you sending to Lord Cregan?
We should send him their proposed route.
Yeah, band of
And
orcs on the
consider-
run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he gem typer? Does he
Yeah,
have gem typer?
you can send it through Gem Typer.
Send the biggest fucking longest message ever.
It's just a
Essentially,
bunch of,
yeah, it's an ASCII map of the world.
Yeah.
Their plan.
larger than large. Yeah, what are you sending to him?
Well, essentially just detailing their route, right? Or
Ooh, send it to
however-
Wargigar. Have Wargigar intercept.
Okay,
yeah. Whoever we can to intercept.
he's gonna send the cavalry, but it'll take the cavalry like 7 to 8 days to get to this region.
Man, so Canada
They'll
Post,
go like
like, holy crap.
5 days to get to here, and then like, you know, it'll.
Mhm.
It's unlikely that they'll be able to intercept in time before they get over the river and into Macber territory.
If we were,
Military.
they could get to Macburn in 5 days, right?
We don't want to cause any incidents with the
Yeah,
military.
but
thing,
is
so it'd have to be-
Macburn like an open aggression with Wilhall or Urkery?
You mean us?
Well,
Your like
Macburn may not have.
the general kind of like word on the street in terms of like just like generic trader talk is that Macber has formed an independent guildsman senate and
Mhm.
has like become an independent city-state kind of deal.
Then can we also send a message to Macburn explaining the situation?
You don't know anybody in Macber.
Yeah, but they have a gem typer, right?
You need their receiver.
Wouldn't there be like? I assume that every
I
major
see what you're
city has,
saying.
like, right, like a message to Macbert.
Oh, you mean like criminals on the run and we can put some bounty hunters on them?
Yeah, or something to that extent.
You okay? Urkery would have, or even Vlehall. I guess you get it from the generals.
Well, I would just assume that like there's kind of like a well-known like
yeah,
everybody, like
because
if
this
we
was
needed
all
to
part of the
contact
empire
Israel-
before, right? So of course you would all have like all of the like cities would have their like each other's IP addresses, and because the general like had a post here, he had access to all of that information. So you check his records, and sure enough, you find Macber's sending address. And so what exactly do you send them?
We send them word that there is a band of at least 6 orcs that have stolen something from formerly Fort Frontier, newly named New Advent, and that we are willing to pay for their apprehension and the recovery of our stolen goods.
Okay, how much do you like put on the?
What do you
4
guys think?
gold.
600 gold or something?
Dude,
700
they're
gold?
carrying more than that, man. Like,
Yeah. But we're like,
If you get it back,
that-
you can have a tiny little portion of it.
yeah.
well, yeah, but that's what we're saying is that,
Okay.
you know,
So what do you?
not a tiny little portion, it's like 60%.
Imagine that they claim it's not there and also try to charge us.
That's fine. Then we'll fucking pay it and take the armor.
Okay.
Right. I feel like since the armor was the main target, the armor is the more important piece to keep out of Erdouth's hands.
Unless the hand was the target.
Yeah, the hand was the true target all along.
Okay.
We can let him have the hand.
That's the message we sent.
Okay. Just recap it for me. Sorry.
So sending a message to
Macber.
Macber saying that there are orcs on the way to the region
Okay.
that have stolen a set of armor, magic pick, and a sum of gold from us,
Okay.
and that we are willing to alleviate that sum of gold for the armor to be returned.
Okay.
And we even share the proposed, direction that they will be traveling, and that we will be en route to Macber and hopefully receive some form of report from them when we arrive.
Okay, no problem.
Is everybody okay with that? Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
All good?
Yeah.
All right. Then we should leave immediately.
Okay, so
Now, would it be quicker?
Hmm?
So, at what point along the road would it be quicker to just go like boop boop, like straight across, essentially, instead of going like that? Essentially, what is the quickest route from New Advent to Markberg?
this would take 8 days. If you like 9 days.
So yeah, it's essentially either like 1,200 kilometers.
Well, you don't go, you go faster on the open road, right?
Yeah, but that's like a reduction of like 500 kilometers. So do we go 500 kilometers faster? After we bring Markberg into the fold, we should create a new road like that. We need to start making new roads, boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we make them out of like trees? Like a tree?
A wooden paved road.
Yeah, it
I
like
guess
Okay,
it would
hardwood.
take longer than 8 days to reach Macber, actually. This way.
What if we were to be riding at a increased pace?
If you bring extra horses, then yes.
Well,
Wait, why would we need to bring? How would bringing extra horses make us move faster?
Because you can't. You would ride your
because
horse.
you ride
to
one
death.
and then you ride the other one, so that the
Yeah, but
horses
that other
aren't
one has to
carrying
keep
someone.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
but
other
it's
one
not carrying some. But it's not carrying someone.
Right?
This is how they actually do it. You can
Well,
bring
what if we
multiple
rode
horses.
light?
Yeah.
well, me and Keegan are wearing
Like
plate
you
armor,
can do it. I'm just
and
saying.
I only got one. I only
I
got
mean,
one
we
warthog.
can switch out for a lighter armor, so we can like catch up with them. It's not that big a deal. I mean, I could.
Yeah, but I only got one warthog anyway. So
Okay, well, clearly in this
Feeling it.
situation, you would not be bringing your warthog. Your warthog is not a fast
you
enough
do
creature.
not know me.
So it would take
Please get away.
You would slow us down significantly.
like 10
Bang.
days to reach Macber by Imperial Road, and like 11 if you were to cut across like that.
I think. Well, then we should go along the Imperial Road.
Yeah, then we won't get lost.
And then what if we did something along the lines of like ride horses to Braval, switch horses at Braval, ride to Urkery, switch horses at Urkery, ride to Valir,
Sure,
Hall, and then
I
switch
like
horses.
that's a dope ass idea.
All
And
right.
we need to
How
to
much
make a new
faster
stable
do they
here.
get there than me? Because I'm not doing that.
You're not doing that.
You're gonna be there like weeks later, man. Like
You're gonna be like 2 or 3 days.
I'm fine with that.
us.
I also don't care about any of this.
Aw, I'm sorry.
I want to just get to there.
And I mean, I can just ride myself. So,
whoa.
hi ho me.
So, I guess 4 of you get there in 8 days, and then get Bark. You can either like engage with them and see what's going on. They haven't like responded. I guess you don't have a gem typer with you or anything like that, right? So you don't know if they responded.
He does have the message.
Sending.
But you have arrived. You have arrived at Macber. Gatbark
Okay,
is 2 days behind you.
I'll have ridden with Gatbark.
Cool. Okay. As soon as we get there,
Yeah, I like that.
we would attempt to contact whoever was in charge and receive the status report, right? Because if they haven't even engaged,
So it would have been like town hall, city hall.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's city hall. You got to go to city hall.
All right. So as soon as whoever the first party is that gets there, we go to City Hall almost immediately.
It's your party.
Yeah.
All right. Well, who's in my party? It'd be
I'm in your
Keegan,
party.
Keegan and
yeah.
Kater.
Aklo.
Kater.
Kater. Okay.
Yeah, no,
So Keegan
Aklo.
and
He's if one guy. Gapart could have got messed up by some bandits or something.
It gives me a chance to hang out with Gatbark and thank him for making me these sweet weapons, and I want to know more about him and his people.
Okay. A little culture swap.
Yeah.
Goody. So yes, as soon as Party A arrives at Mattburg, we immediately attempt to contact the.
It's a council of guilds
of
people.
guild leaders.
Yep.
Guild masters. And first of all, we want to know if they've received our message.
So you you go up. There's a receptionist, and the receptionist she goes through messages. She's like, yes, this one we've posted up on the bounty board. Your contract and yeah.
Has there been any replies to it?
Yes, it's actually listed as a that's interesting. It says it's inoperable due to private capture.
Private capture, you say? And who?
Yes.
Is there any way to determine who was the party that captured them?
It looks like the capture is listed as the Red Hawk Band.
And where would they reside?
I believe their chief executive officer has a estate in the city.
All right, and where? And I bring up a little map of the city. If you and just where would that be located? And if we get the address, we just go there.
Yeah. So she gives you the this is the office. She gives you the office. She doesn't give you the guy's address, but she gives you the office to his mercenary company.
Well, yes, of course, but I don't expect you to divulge personal information.
And it's this little corner thing in the middle of the city. There is all sorts of races represented in Macbur as you walk through this city. It's very clean, orderly. Seems to have weathered the transition to independent city-state relatively well. Almost nothing changed. And very little poor on the streets, but there was a shanty town. But as soon as you cross into the inner walls, it's almost like a Duloc.
From Shrek.
Yes. Yeah. So you guys, yeah, it takes Gatbark and Aklo 2 more days to get to Macbur. So you guys go to the Remethiel Red Hawk Band mercenary office, and it's basically just like a hole in the wall kind of thing with some rooms in the back. They have a receptionist, basically like a battle babe in
How
redheaded human.
How dare you?
Fighter chick with a crossbow and a long sword and leather armor with a black eye
bikini?
patch.
Chainmail bikini.
Exactly.
A fellow scarred individual.
Yeah. She's like, "Welcome to the Red Hawk Band office."
That's her voice.
Interested
right.
in? Welcome.
Come on, you can do sexier than that.
I'm good. Welcome to the Red Hawk
You
Band.
shall go no further.
Welcome to the Red Hawk Band Mercenary Office. My name is Anna, and how may I help you today?
Hello, Anna. I am Callie Keek of New Advent, formerly Fort Frontier. We sent a message posting a bounty for a band of orcs that were traveling through the region, and we have reason to believe that your company has intercepted them and retrieved our stolen goods.
She like leans back and then like instantly gets this like steely, dead look on her face.
And I'm maintain my smile.
Can okay.
Can wizards smile?
Yeah, I was about to ask, but I didn't want to sound like racially. So I'm just gonna.
What, you've never seen? 1 second.
Well, Mr. Keek, if that's what your real name actually is, those goods have been recovered and repossessed under the Fair Salvage Act of Bill 2331, recently inducted into the Senate, not but 5 months ago.
Wait, 5 months? Oh, you're talking about the act. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's all quite legal.
So is there somebody we can speak to about the?
I want to speak to your manager.
Yeah, I don't want to. No, not that kind of tone. But I'm just saying, it's like who's in?
I didn't know you could transform into a Karen.
Karen
Karen Keek.
Oh boy. I'm just saying, who would we speak to about reacquiring this our stolen goods?
You'd have to speak to Tasker Remethiel, the CEO.
And can you set up a meeting with him for us, please, and thank you.
Like opens this like file folder kind of binder and like flips through the pages, and she's like kind of takes out her quill, does like the
Let me
tongue
guess, 2
thing,
days.
sucks the quill, dips it. I think I can pencil you in 4 days from now, at
Okay.
approximately exactly around precisely 1:30.
Okay, then we will return then.
Is there any time sooner? We're even willing to meet out of hours.
Mr. Remethiel is a very busy man, and he values his personal time.
Oh, so
No.
okay. So I'm just gonna turn to the party. So he's doing something else. Maybe we can find him in other ways. Can you do find item on the armor?
I am not that person.
Oh, he's not here, right? I thought we were all here for some reason. I thought we were all here.
That's fine.
No, we are currently 2 days ahead of them.
Okay,
because Gatbark is stubborn.
Yeah, man, I'm a dwarf.
Okay.
You don't hear that.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, like, like, this is a matter of utmost. Some of those items are cursed, and they have some dangerous properties that we need to.
And we also believe that there is a dangerous criminal out looking for them, and will use them to nothing shy of destroy the world.
It's all over there.
Only 600 gold, huh?
So you guys get a room in town?
I don't need a room, but I guess they can use a room. I'm just go sleep in nearby.
Fucking hole.
Yeah, no,
right. I'm gonna sleep on the street, eat some good berries, share some good berries with the local folk.
There are no local folk who want your good berries.
Yeah, we're getting a bit north.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you said there was a slum town, right?
Oh, so you go outside the city?
Yeah, I'll go sleep in the slum town.
All right. I'm Jesus, man. Gatbark
Better than
and
wasting gold.
Aklo on your 2-day journey.
Everywhere that is leisurely to take a rest, I mark on the map on the road, and I plan out to build post house.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I'm studying the road. I'm not wasting time, and I'm not fucking leaving horses on a road for no reason.
Neither were we.
Where were they? Where's all the horses?
In the cities.
Vel, Archery, and Valhalla.
Okay.
So you kind of plot out rest stations along the way.
Yeah, with grain storage houses and all. Anyway, and
Oh, I see.
camp storage. Fire
Yeah,
camp storage.
logistical supply chains.
Yes. For mobilizing a military.
So what do you? Okay, so you just do that.
And like while he's doing like his work, like I like kind of like stealth off and like.
You're on the wrong mic.
And, like, so can you hear me?
Yeah, but only through Matt.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so while he's like doing his work, I'm like stealthing off and like, you know, hunting game and stuff like that. And like, you know, we eat really good on our trip. We take our time.
Yeah, we're well rested.
Yeah,
Not a
and I
care in
like,
the world.
you know, and like during our meals, like I ask Gatbark like where he's from and
Space.
and like try and spend my time wrapping my head around space.
Yeah, most people will deny it, but I swear it's true. We fell from the sky. Even the Empire, the whole time I was raised, told me that's a lie and to quit lying, but I know the truth.
Sounds like you're a liar.
So are you like second generation? Like you were born here?
No, I'm first generation. I came in the meteor.
And I like kind of look up into the night sky and just like contemplate quietly for a little while.
Having an existential crisis, man.
Yeah, feeling small.
Weird.
How many of your people are here?
Hard to say. In the meteor womb, I'm gonna call it. In the meteor womb, our consciousness were all like melded together. We felt more like a hive mind than anything. And then when we popped out, that's when we gained individualism. And I was dumb as a baby.
Whoa, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. What about you? How old are you?
I wrote that down somewhere. 80.
Oh, you got 40 years on me. So you've seen the Empire since it was way young.
Yeah, I've been fighting a long time. I still wish I could have been there when all that shit went down.
What would you have done having to choose between your duty and your family?
Well, I would like to think that I would pick duty first, but I suppose we'll never know at this point. It's a thought that keeps me up at night, that's for sure. But knowing Octavia is alive and knowing that we can bring peace back to this land is what drives me further.
For true, brother. For true.
And I cheers him and we have a good meal.
Yeah. And then time skip.
And God fell asleep.
Yeah.
Finn.
What a boring story.
Passes out.
So you guys continue on to Macburn, make it there at the end of the second night, right? So like you know, you barely make it in as the gates are as the final call for the gates are closing, and
well, I assume since I've been staying outside the city, I would have been able to meet up with them before.
He's just outside having a smoke.
On constant
hail
vigilance, roll perception.
No,
I was
hail
watching the road, right? I assume they come into the road.
That's what you do. How can
I
you watch the
hail
road
my
when you
sex-
help the people?
I
I'm
hail
helping
my
the people
sending.
while
One
near the
eye
road.
on the
Oh,
road.
so you okay, so Gatbark just like fucking hails people.
With my sending spell.
That makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
Man, that's handy.
Hey, we're approaching the slums.
How did
And,
you not get robbed? I say. How did you not get robbed here?
Because I look just as poor as these folk.
Poor people rob poor people. That's capitalism, baby.
I thought you had really nice uniform on now.
Oh yeah, no, I guess I haven't. Well, my robes are quite tattered, so.
No, we
But
got
it's
new
like
uniforms
velvet.
made for us.
Don't you have like magical like velvet like?
Yeah, but they're like fucking full of holes and shitty.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Callie
Yeah,
was the
I-
only one that didn't get a new uniform.
I say,
Yeah, no, man. I don't need them. I don't even wear the top half of my uniform, anyways.
Oh, so you go shirtless? That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Don't you?
yeah, aren't you wearing like a kilt most of
No,
the time?
I'm wearing full plate now. I've
Oh,
Oh,
but,
yeah.
I've
but most of the time.
transformed.
Okay.
Most of the time, I'm my loincloth, of course.
Yeah.
Don't you have your bug armor on?
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
what I have. Yeah.
Okay, so we all meet up. We're all here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
What have you guys learned?
I relay the information about the Red Hawk conglomerate.
My eyes go red with
Mercenary.
fury. So
Huh.
they have all our treasure.
Wait, so when you say that, is it like a pass, like you recognize that name immediately, or is it like you're more mad about
I recognize
the-
my treasure when you said treasure. They have our treasure.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I don't know the Red Hawk band.
They have acquired our possessions and are claiming it as their own.
How dare they?
All through legal means.
Are they in the facility? Like,
I'm not too sure. I cannot locate objects. And I look at
What do
Gapper.
you mean legally?
I don't care about their petty rules.
And I describe
Yeah.
their Free Acquisitions Act or whatever they called it.
I don't care about their ridiculous, exploitative, and petty rules.
I grew. I
I
grew
remind
quite curious.
Keegan that we are visitors here and that we need to abide by their laws.
oh God, Callie, I'm so sick of your shit.
I'm sorry, but it's true.
And it's
I
like,
turned
man,
to,
you're such a nerd.
I turned to Aklo and I said, "It's not true.
And I
We're
apologize.
getting it back."
I think it's
All
more
of
important to do the right thing than to follow.
I agree with you. We definitely need to
Yeah, our
require.
people need that money. We should break in.
Well, I don't
Yes.
think I don't really care much about the money. I want to keep that armor away from her dudes.
We can do both.
All right, but yes.
Okay. What word on the prisoners, though?
I did not get any word on the prisoners. I was more focused on acquiring our possessions.
So you don't know what happened to the orcs?
No, I don't even technically. I wouldn't even know if these are our possessions.
These are
Or-
mercenaries. They probably just died in the melee. I don't think mercenaries are the types to like get like a bunch of prisoners in the way of their treasure.
Okay.
Sure.
So where's the location? We go there, and then I cast locate object. On the armor.
You post it up. What's its
Right.
range?
1,000 feet.
1,000.
So it's like a
feet?
yeah. So it's like 3 kilometers. Or no, sorry, fuck. It's like half a kilometer. Sorry, a third of a kilometer.
Yeah.
Keeps decreasing.
Yeah, I'm just like
A mile
like,
is
oh, it's-
3,000 feet. What is this nonsense?
no, it's 1,000 feet. Like a mile,
A mile
is like
is 1,000
16.
feet.
No, a mile is like 16 something feet. There's a stupid system.
Okay,
1,000 feet.
We're gonna go with we're gonna go with a third of a kilometer.
Yeah.
So
1 mile is 1.6.
where do you cast it?
As close to where they met that lady as possible.
On the next morning of day 3.
That night, I want to have been like scoping that building out.
Yes, good call. I will not go there. 'Cause
No, I'll go there by myself.
Okay, roll
I'll
stealth.
accompany you. Hold on, I'll accompany you, and I will cast. Hold up. Don't even need to roll stealth yet. Because we're throwing. Where the fuck is. Okay, hold on.
Enhance ability.
Darkness.
Pass
cast
without
darkness.
trace.
So what does the building look like?
So you rolled a 40 for stealth.
Fuck.
I am the knight.
So you gotta roll. You're with him, Callie?
Uh,
I would have honestly probably just like
well, yeah,
gone
I
that night.
gone with him, but then I casted it on him. What's that? Oh, it's 1 hour. Yeah, so I go with him, and then I tell him he's got an hour of this buff that I'm going to give him, this boon that I will give him, and get as much information as he can, and then I send him on his way. But he rolled a 40 for stealth.
Okay.
40. Is that all?
And I have second story work, so I can climb the levels of the building. Like,
And then I also stayed nearby, so if some sort of audible
call.
alarm goes off.
So you
Yeah.
got support. That's cool.
All right. So what are you roll what are you looking for?
what does the building look like? Just
These
so I
are
can,
like French style 3-story like rows of the lower part is a shop and then the upper part is kind of like housing or like offices, right?
okay.
So yeah, like the lower part is the shop. It's locked up. There are gas lanterns placed every 20 to 30 feet down, maybe like 30 to 45 feet actually down the cobblestone boulevards of Macber, and you see a patrolling constable like maybe every 15 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, my apologies. I do actually have to go with you because we have to maintain. You have to be within 30 feet of me.
Turn into a mouse in his pocket.
Oh, I guess I could do that.
Yes.
I am a mouse on
A
your
mouse
person.
pocket?
Okay.
Or would you
Give me
prefer me to be a
ideas
tiny
here.
spider? I wish.
Let's go with the mouse.
What a little caterpillar.
Yeah.
Little caterpillar, buddy.
Can I turn
Okay,
into
so-
insects? Like, can I just become like a flea?
I think not. Because it's not a beast.
Clearly,
Yeah,
no
but I can become a
conservation of
giant
mass.
scorpion.
Yeah, I mean, it has to have the beast creature type, right?
I mean, well, there's no I don't think there's a mouse entry in the.
Yeah, there is.
the
There's a little rat.
beast master. Yeah, but like not a mouse,
A rat small enough.
right?
Anyway.
it's up to
Whatever
my
it
brain.
is, he's a small creature and he's in my pocket.
Yes, I am a diminutive-sized creature that can be easily hit on him.
I scale up the building to the second floor. Is there like a patio or like a
Which building?
like the main building where they're keeping our treasure?
Okay.
Well, we haven't done the locator.
Yeah, we don't know if it's
are-
actually in there.
There are balconies above on the first and second floor.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess I come up onto the second floor and just kind of, check the windows, look inside. Is there anyone around?
You check the windows. The windows are unlocked. You look inside. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. There's no lights on inside.
Okay, well then I guess do I get to maintain this stealth roll as I'm exploring inside the building?
I should really have made you do a acrobatics to scale this building.
No, I have second story work, which means I can move up stories
Well,
with
that's
just my regular.
Broken.
He's essentially what's
That's
his
not
name
fair.
from Assassin's Creed.
That's not fair.
But I mean, there you go.
He's Batmaning his way up.
Running across the
Okay.
rooftops.
No, it's okay. If you have an ability to do it, that's fine.
Mhm.
So what does that essentially give? It just gives you like an urban climb speed.
Can I post it?
Yeah.
Climbing's usually athletics, right? Unless you're like what's going on?
No, it's just movement. Unless
Okay,
it's like
yeah.
tricky climbing. If
Right.
you're climbing like difficult terrain, I guess you would have to roll for that.
Okay, so
Also, does climbing require a check even?
Only if it's
No,
difficult.
climbing's free. Yeah, unless it's difficult terrain. But climbing's usually you just have a half movement speed and you just climb up.
So yeah, this does essentially give him a climbing speed then of equivalent.
Yeah, cool.
okay, it's good to know. You want to go inside?
Yeah.
All right. You like lift the window up and climb inside. It's kind of dark. Do you have like low light vision?
I have night vision. Yeah.
Right, night vision. So you don't need the light to see, but it's illuminated by the soft moonlight um, casting in from the window. What are you looking for?
Basically looking to see if they have like, some kind of armory or,
There are
hey, how many people are in here at nighttime?
There's like 2 desks in here with some dividers, some like dividing organizers with papers in there. It's just like office desks with a inkwell, a quill, like a writing area. There's a few drawers on each desk. Yeah.
Is there, maybe is there like some kind of like inventory paperwork or something?
Roll investigate.
Oh, that's not my forte.
When he's looking through the hold on, when he's looking through papers and stuff, can I like hop out of his pocket and also look?
Sure.
In your mouse form.
Yeah. And if I find a paper, I'm gonna like bring it to him.
That's so fucking cute.
So you're
I
like,
am so excited for this scene.
so you're just grabbing papers, like flipping through them really quick. You're scanning inventory, nothing. Why can't you just be beautiful? You slam it on the on the paper as a little mouse hops out of your pocket.
I'm slamming nothing. I'm super quiet.
Thank you. And you like pull your slam, right? Because you're super quiet. And a little mouse starts sheafing each paper, separating the sheets into like useless and intriguing.
My filing system.
And then you kind of notice what's going on.
Mentally make comments on their primitive filing system.
Well, it's basically like not done and done. You figure that much out at the very least. We managed to gather some inventory sheets. Reading them, it's basically like logistics in transporting like military goods throughout the company. So it's like 20 health potions from Alchemist Co. How much gold that cost? What like warehouse, like which warehouses the potions went to, and when and how many went to the actual like mercenary company, and almost like all the inventory is like that. It's like 30 breastplates to D division, and 500 arrows to A division and stuff like that.
Okay.
I grab. Is there like an inkwell?
Yeah, you said there was
Yeah.
in a writing station.
Mm-hmm.
I dip my tail in the inkwell and I write down that we need to find the acquisitions department.
Corey, I love you.
That
That is
is
fantastic.
so awesome.
In perfect penmanship, calligraphy even.
You clearly practiced this.
I fold up the message so no one sees it after we've left.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch the papers back together and put them back in the drawer. Make it look like we haven't been here. And like pick up Corey or put my hand out to Corey and let him or Callie and let him climb up onto my hand, and then we'll continue searching the building.
Okay.
And I'll keep him on my hand so he can like if he wants he can like point things out to me.
You know that acquisitions is not in this building. It's in like a different warehouse in a different part of the city. Like just from reading the inventory reports, you know that like acquisitions comes into a warehouse. It's and then it's distributed from there. It's not distributed from like this home office location.
Mm-hmm. Do we get an address?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Is it worth searching this place anymore then? I mean, Callie can nod yes or no to me, right?
Yeah. I shake no, and then I just kind of like motion towards the window that we came in.
Okay.
Point with your tail.
With like a whipping motion.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and then we disappear amongst the rooftops.
Sha sha sha.
That's so freaking cool. What a weird team up.
No, do you remember that other character I wanted to make, Edgar? That was essentially going to be what we just did. Is essentially what I was going to have that character do, but with a familiar.
You guys are doing a lot of bonding.
Yeah.
Bonding
Good cop
time.
back, and now this weird spy caper bullshit.
And we didn't kill anyone.
Yeah.
Whoa,
That's probably the best part.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we go back to our inn. I guess we had an inn, right?
Yes.
Yeah, how much is the inn?
What kind of inn did you go to?
Oh shit.
Something low key.
Yeah.
Something that's like, but we still have a private room kind of thing.
Like
Modest.
3
Yeah.
silver.
Okay. Definitely within our budget.
Is that for all of us or each?
I think we should share a room.
That is sharing a room.
Okay.
Okay.
But you also get like dinner and breakfast.
What about a show?
There is a live band. They're playing one of the classics here in Macbur. It's called
The Macbeth Shuffle.
the Macbur Shuffle. Exactly.
I can only play till 4. Just throwing that out there.
Okay, no problem. So let's end it this way. Are you guys doing anything on the 3rd day, or are you gonna wait for the interview? The audience.
If we know where it is, then let's fucking get it.
Yes, because it also gives us some plausible deniability. Because
Yeah.
we show up to the interview, and air quotes, it's been stolen, then we can just blame Erduth.
Okay. So, you guys take a walk to the warehouse on the 3rd day.
Yeah.
You were served oatmeal and with fresh berries and
I'm on keto diet.
oh well. They give you a piece of ham and some eggs.
Oh, I'm vegan.
I eat it.
Well, you eat the oatmeal.
Yeah. And after breakfast, you guys go in the daytime, or what?
When was the meeting?
Well, no,
That's the
we're
next day.
scoping out.
Yeah, that's the
We're
next day.
scoping out the warehouse first,
Well,
which we should do in secrecy because we want to leave no trace to that we were there.
Yeah, nighttime ninja action.
That time we should bring Gap Bark though, because we need. It'll be much better if we can pre-locate the armor,
for sure. Yeah.
or at least send Akbar or Gap Bark, because
Akbar.
You guys get Akbar in there.
Admiral Akbar.
Yeah.
If we could send Gap Bark there first,
I have bad stuff.
yes, but you wouldn't be as a part. You would kind of just be like going building adjacent, with like somewhere where the entire building is within your range, and then just casting locate object and then trying to mark.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? That way you have plausible deniability that you're even with us, because when we go to the meeting, you can just not be with us in the meeting.
Yeah, boy.
Well,
Sounds
I can
good.
only sense the direction of it.
How many times could you cast it though?
It's a third level, so 6 times.
Yeah, well then you can triangulate it.
Yeah.
You go to the eastern side of the building, cast it.
Yeah.
Go to the
I know
northern
how-
side of the building, cast it, and
Yeah,
then
I
just
know.
draw 2 lines and where
I
they
know how to
intersect.
triangulate. I know
It's
how to
simple.
do it.
You're making a triangle.
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir? What are you doing, sir?
Act like a belligerent drunk. Would have been your.
You can't be casting spells like that, sir.
Prove that I'm casting spells.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Is that what you do? Okay, so
First, casting. Is it even near me?
no.
It's not within 1,000 feet of me.
No.
It's not in that building.
No.
All right. Okay, I cast it again, but I'm trying to find one of my favorite coin in that coin hoard.
The shiniest one.
Or the pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that one after.
That pulls you to the outside of Macabur.
The outside of me.
It's probably already paid out, man. If
Hmm.
it's just liquid, then
Okay.
yeah.
I do it to the loot pick.
You don't feel that.
Okay. I do it to the hand jar.
You don't feel that either.
Wow, damn. Okay, I return to the void. Yeah, it's not in there.
That is alarming and disconcerting.
And that's game.
Could you do that to Finder Dooth?
It's
No,
not an
because he's
object.
not. Yeah.
Well, if we got within
His
1,000
book.
feet, he can locate his book. Yeah.
I don't think I ever held it or looked closely at it. Wait,
If
how-
he's wearing
what
a
do I-
belt, then you can find his belt.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, as long as I've seen it up close.
And I believe you probably have looked at it while he was looking at it.
Yeah.
Or shown
I
passing
definitely-
interest in it.
I definitely did because of that one time I pretended that I cast
Mm-hmm.
detect evil or good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's game. Good game, boys.
Good game.
Good game.
GG.
Right. We conquered a city without
Yeah,
even.
we did.
No,
We did.
I'd like to do one more scene.
Okay.
So are you guys going to the
I
interview?
have a question. Sorry.
Yeah.
One question before we do last scene.
Yeah.
Do you guys plan to play with me while I'm gone, or play this without me while I'm in
No.
Mexico?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Because
Just
I
take a
could-
break.
Okay. Because I could say like, oh, I don't feel that Avon Prime is safe for Octavia, and I'm gonna go back and protect her for a while.
No. I
Okay.
think, yeah.
You're gone for like what, 2 weeks?
I'm leaving on Tuesday, and I'm back the Tuesday after.
Well,
Oh,
like,
okay,
just
so
1
yeah, it's
week.
just-
Yeah. No
We
big
can play on
deal.
like the Thursday or the Friday. You want.
Cool.
No,
Okay.
Tuesday night with the one when you come back. I'm just kidding.
Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Get back ready to play.
So are you guys going to leave MacBur or go to the interview?
We're gonna go to the interview.
The audience. Okay, so at 1:30 you show up at the office, and Anna.
All of us.
Yeah, Anna, the receptionist. She's like, "Oh, thank you for coming." Tasker is on the second floor in the in his personal office. Let me take you to see him. And she leads you upstairs into this room. And you see this large, like, he's like 6'8", and he's wearing the plate armor.
Oh no.
Oh, thank God.
And he has like a thick red mustache and like a shaved head. And he says, "It's good. Oh, it's good to see you, Callie Keek, and the rest of the people from New Avent."
Do we recognize him?
And she goes, "Sirs, this is Tasker Remethiel, head of the Red Hawk Band." And that's where we'll end it.
No, it's fine.
I am quite relieved to just see the armor not,
Yeah. He can fucking wear it. Like.
Oh, yeah, he can. I don't even want.
Well, the thing is, like, if I